Chapter 41. Battle Star Ninja. After Chen killed two Xingren, he continued to walk towards the other Xingren, reached out and grabbed his neck and lifted him up. What about you? Can you tell me? I don't know. Seeing the fate of the two previous companions, the Xingren didn't dare to speak rudely to Chen, but he didn't answer Chen's question. If that's the case, then go down and accompany your companion. Stop. Just when Chen was going to continue killing Xingjin in his hand, a roar came from behind Chen, stopping Chen. Chen let go of the Xingren in his hand and threw it under his feet. He turned to look at the person who came, and found a thin person standing not far away, and behind that person stood more than 10 Xingren. The strength is mostly at the level of the lower Chunin, only the thin one has the strength of the upper ninja. I'm Xingying, the agent of Xingnan village, Red Star. Who are you? You dare to trespass into our Xingnan village and hurt our guards. If you don't give me a satisfactory explanation, then you don't want to leave here. The skinny Xingren saw several guards lying on the ground, and came to Chen angrily and questioned Chen. Xingying, a small village character who is supported by a few shinobi, dares to speak up and call himself a shadow. Chen looked at the pitifully weak Xingren on the opposite side and expressed disdain for them. Damn, what did you say? Bastard, I'm going to teach you a lesson. The peacock trick. Seeing that Chen had insulted Xingren village, the group of Xingren became angry and clamored to take action against Chen, but they were stopped by the self-proclaimed Red Star Xingren. Don't do anything, first figure out what the other party has in mind. Humph. Although our Star Ninja Village can't be compared with the ninja village of the 5 great nations, it is not something that can be bullied casually. What's your purpose in coming to our Star Ninja Village? Humph. You know what to ask, just where you guys don't shit. Besides that thing, is there anything else worth mentioning? Master Hongxing, he came for the sacred object, Xing, of our Xingnan village, and he also killed Kazama and Sanda. Master Hongxing, don't let him go. At this time, Baiken threw at his feet. Xingying reminded Red Star. What? Your goal is, Star? Hongxing said in surprise, a haze flashed in his eyes. And the Xingren behind him couldn't bear it any longer. You bastard, you actually killed our Xingren people, and you still dare to covet our village's holy relics, you are so bold. Those Xingren angrily rushed towards Chen. No matter why you came, just because you killed the people of our Xingnan village, you don't want to leave alive. This time, Hongxing did not stop the Xingnan people. Go to hell. The Star Ninjas threw Kuwu Shuriken at Chen, and then attacked Chen with Kuwu in their hands. It's too much. Looking at Xingren who was attacking, Chen snorted coldly, took down a handful of Kunwu and went up to him. Those Star Ninjas are all powerful, and they are vastly different from those of the 5 great nations, so none of them are Chen's opponents. Chen didn't even use ninjutsu, so he just killed the Star Ninjas one by one with his strange power. Damn, Peacock's magic trick. Slash. In Xingnan, 2 Chunin released a peculiar chakra from behind, in the shape of a fan, which looked like a peacock opening its screen. Then it transformed into the shape of the tail of a tailed beast and slashed towards Chen. Is this the peacock technique? This is a pure chakra attack after the realization of the chakra. Is it because of the use of that star to cultivate? Chen dodged the opponent's attack while secretly observing the peacock trick. This star is just a small meteorite, and the 10-tailed chakra contained in it must be only a little, but even this can increase the strength of these Star Ninjas to this level. If it is a real 10-tailed human pillar force, how strong is that? Thinking of this, Chen had a creepy feeling. Bastard, don't hide if you have the ability, slash. Xing Jinjian, who used the peacock technique, did not attack Chen, and shouted at Chen Fushuang. Humph, right round eyes, open. That turned out to be Sharingan. Isn't that the bloodstain that Konoha's Uchiha has? Could it be that he is Konoha's Uchiha? The one called Hongxing did not join forces with the 2 Xingren to attack Chen. Observing from the side, so I found Chen's unusual eyes. Is it because you want to control chakra to attack, so the main body can't move? In that case, just kill the main body directly. After opening the writing wheel, the opponent's attack route was instantly figured out by Chen. Chen dodged the opponent's attack while leaning towards the opponent's body. Damn, he has seen the weakness of the peacock technique. Don't let him get close to him. Another Shinran who used the peacock technique saw Chen's intention, and hurriedly reminded another companion. While commanding, he stretched out his peacock magic to his companion. Although the Shinran was reminded by his companions, his speed was not as fast as Chen, and he didn't have time to jump away and be close to Bebe. Damn it! That Shinran could only watch Chen throw his fist at him. Just when Chen's fist was about to hit the Shinran named Dead Burial, another Shinran's peacock trick appeared in time. Before Ming died, he blocked Chen's fist. Saved. Death Burial hurriedly jumped away, and after keeping a distance from Chen, while paying attention to Chen, he thanked his companion, Nighthawk, "Thank you." "You're welcome, be careful." Humph. Seeing that his attack was blocked, Chen snorted coldly, then quickly formed a seal with both hands, gathering chakra in the right hand to form a thunderbolt. The thunder and lightning beat violently in Chen's hands, and it made a harsh chirping sound. It was Chidori. "If you can block my fist, let's see if you can block this." After locking the Shinran named Dead Burial with the shaker, Chen dragged Chidori and sprinted towards the target. "Quick, stop him." The Shinran named Yang reminded him of the secret, while controlling his own peacock technique, attacking Chen. However, these attacks were easily avoided by Chen's writing wheel. Damn, peacock magical art. Lingyun. The Dead Burial saw that Chen was killing him again, and quickly switched the form of the peacock magical art to form a pair of wings, and then flew into the air, avoiding Chen. "Haha, you know how powerful our peacocks are." The condescending Death Burial in the sky mocked Chen. He thought he was invincible. In his knowledge, no ninja could fly. Except for them who have practiced the peacock technique. Haha, is it still possible to transform into wings and fly? However, if you transform into wings, you won't be able to attack. Then, this is the end for you. Chi-Chi showed a wicked smile. Whenever Chen showed this expression, it meant that someone was going to suffer. Chen stretched out his hand, escaped a specially made kunai from the ninja bag, and shot it towards the Death Burial in the sky. Chen didn't use much power, so kunai's speed was not fast. As long as he noticed the ninja, he should be able to avoid it. Haha, you can't attack me, so you want to project kunai to attack. However, how could this kind of attack hit me? The Death Burial in the sky looked at Chen's projection of kunai with disdain, and tilted his neck. And escaped the kunai that Chen projected at him. Ha ha ha. Shinran, who was called Death Burial, was laughing complacently after escaping Kunwu, but suddenly realized that something was wrong. Chen, who was still underground, has disappeared in place, and then the harsh chirping of Chidbo sounded in his ears and... What's so funny? Can you tell me? P.S. Upload a chapter first. Keep coding. Ask for flowers, ask for a reward. Chapter 42, Battlestar Ninja 2. The kunai projected by Chen is the kunai specially made by the Flying Thunder God. Although the Shinran easily avoided the kunai, this was indeed the result Chen wanted. Just when kunai staggered away from the Star Shinobi, Chen immediately launched the Flying Thunder God, suddenly disappeared in place, appeared in the position of kunai, which was behind the Star Shinobi, and kicked the air with moon steps, maintaining the figure does not fall off, and the right hand still maintains the form of Chidori. Why are you so happy? Can you tell me? Chen said sensibly in the ear of Xingren. The Xingren just reacted and wanted to escape in horror, but it was still not as fast as Chen. The idea of running just started, and the 1,000 birds in Chen's hand had already been printed on his back, and the violent Lei Dun directly ripped the peacock of the Dead Burial, pierced the back of the Dead Burial, and the palm came out from his chest. How? It's possible. Dead Burial stared blankly at the palm that emerged from his chest. This palm had been dyed red with his own blood and was surrounded by violent lightning. Looking at this palm, Dead Burial said in disbelief. Then the consciousness became weaker and weaker, and the peacock magic method was no longer maintained and dissipated. After Chen retracted his arm, the body of the dead body fell from the sky. It all happened so fast, and the beginning to the end was completed in an instant, so that the Chunin named Nighthawk and the Joinin named Hongxing had not yet reflected. Until the dead body, no. It should be said that they woke up when the body fell to the ground. Dead burial, Xingren called Yang sadly shouted. The two have worked together for many years and have already established a deep friendship. And he is helpless, how can he not be sad and angry? As for the red star, looking at Chen who was in the air, he thought in horror. What happened just now? I'm absolutely not wrong. That person disappeared suddenly, and then suddenly appeared behind the burial of the dead. What the hell is going on? After being frightened, he became angry. Both the dead and the Nighthawk were his cronies. Although he had never regarded these two people as his true confidants, they had been with him for so long, and that person was going for the star, so I will kill him no matter what. Peacock Magic. Bear Demon. The Xingren named Red Star activated the Peacock Magic, which was more powerful than the previous two Chunin's Peacock Magic, and could actually transform into a giant bear. After the giant bear took shape, it roared towards Chen in midair. After Chen killed the Death Burial, he planned to continue to kill the Nighthawk. He didn't notice the sneak attack of the Red Star for a while, and was caught off guard by the Bear Demon of the Red Star, and dragged him to the ground, holding Chen in prison. Trapped in prison, Chen couldn't break free for a while. And Nighthawk saw the opportunity and controlled the peacock magic trick that he had transformed into the shape of a javelin, and stabbed towards Chen. Go to hell! The Nighthawk roared at Chen full of hatred. Looking at the chakra javelin attacking him, Chen hurriedly used the hidden shadow snake hand to transform into 5 or 6 giant snakes to block, but still unable to stop the opponent's chakra javelin, the transformed giant snakes were cut off one by one. Seeing that Chen was about to be stabbed by Nighthawk, Chen suddenly disappeared in front of them again, and Nighthawk's attack also disappeared. Empty. After Chen disappeared, he immediately appeared again. At this time, Chen was standing in the distance, keeping a long distance from the two Xingren. Chen's feet were stepping on a kunai bundle. It's this trick again. It can suddenly disappear and then appear elsewhere. Isn't this the legendary space ninjutsu? If that's the case, then it will be troublesome. Hongxing looked at Chen who appeared in the distance. I felt a little uneasy. HMPH. I'm careless, but this is the time. Chen stood in the distance and looked at the two Xingren indifferently, but did not immediately attack, and the two Xingren in the distance also did not act rashly. Looking at Shang Chen's the eyes were full of solemnity, and the two sides formed a confrontation. At this moment, a young man who seemed to be about the age of Chen suddenly ran over from a distance, shouting while running, "Not good. Lord Hongxing." He came to Hongxing in a blink of an eye. "Ang, what are you doing here? What's going on?" The Red Star asked the young man who had just arrived. "Master Hongxing, Xing was taken away by someone." "What did you say?" "Xing was taken away by someone." "What happened?" After hearing that Xing was taken away, Hongxing immediately nervously asked the boy named Ang several questions in a row. "We were originally cultivating around Xingxing in the training room, and suddenly we broke into a powerful ninja. We are not his opponents at all. Escaped. A bunch of trash. You." Just about to scold the young man, Hongxing suddenly thought of something and stared at Chen angrily. "Damn, there are still helpers. However, as long as you are caught, then you won't have to worry about your companions not appearing." "Companion? When did I have a companion? What's going on?" Listening to what that guy said, Xing seems to have been taken away. "Is there anyone other than me who is making up this Xing idea? Damn, he was taken first by someone, and that person should have acted while I was holding those Xingren back. You bastard, you dare to use me, no matter who it is. I will make him pay the price." Although he was misunderstood as a companion, but Chen didn't say anything, because he knew that the other party would definitely not believe it, and he didn't bother to explain anything to these Xingren. After Chen looked at the young Xing ninja, he was stunned, and suddenly thought of something in his mind. "I seem to have forgotten something. By the way, Sha Xing has always been responsible for guarding Xing Nin village. In the original work, because of the people in the village who use Xing to repair, the body has serious side effects. In order to make the people in the village stop using the stars to practice, she and Rang husband once wanted to hide the stars, but they were stopped by the 3 generations of Xingying, and the 3 generations of Xingying also said that it was forbidden for the people in the village to use the stars for cultivation. It's just that the 3 generations of Xingying were killed by Hongxing later, and the people of the village relied on Xing to practice. In order to protect the village, Xing was finally stolen. If it's her, then it's easier to handle. Chen looked at the Ang's Jinan in front of him, thoughtfully. Then he turned his eyes to Hongxing again, and secretly said, "What we have to do now is to get rid of these 2 garbage first." Just when Chen Xiang was proving how to kill the opponent, the red star suddenly made a move. I saw that he was controlling the bear demon transformed by his peacock magic, and pounced on the peacock magic called Nighthawk, and he smashed Nighthawk with 1 bite. The peacock's magic trick with a tailed animal-like tail, which was realized, swallowed it in 1 bite. And Red Star's bear demon became even bigger after swallowing Nighthawk's tail-shaped peacock trick. However, after the chakra was swallowed, the Nighthawk collapsed directly to the ground, not knowing whether he was alive or dead. Lord Hongxing, the man named Ang was unbelievable when he saw that Hongxing had done such an incredible thing. "Don't worry, I just used Nighthawk's chakra, he will be fine. The guy on the opposite side is very tricky, I have to do it." "Oh, you actually devoured your companion's chakra to increase your strength. You really did it. However, even if this is the case, your ending is still the same." Bear demon, Chen did not pay attention. "I don't have the patience to play with you anymore, I'll get rid of you in 1 move." Humph. This sentence should be said by me. The opposite red star became swollen after swallowing his companion's chakra, and said arrogantly to Chen. Then he controlled the bear demon and rushed towards Chen. "Go to hell." Humph. This peacock trick is really tricky, just chop it up. Chen secretly said while avoiding the bear demon's attack. System, exchange for spiral pills for me. Spiral pill, item level, a grade, item type, skill, need to exchange points. 5,000, whether to exchange. Exchange. Ding, redemption successful, deducted points. 5,000, existing points, 35,000. After the warmth passed, Chen instantly mastered A-level ninjutsu, Spiral Maru. P.S. I'm so sorry, I've been fascinated by watching Langya list these 2 days, and I even forgot the time, sorry. Feel sorry. Ask for flowers. Ask for a monthly pass. Chapter 43, Battle Star Ninja 3. System. Exchange the Dayu Spiral Pill for me. Dayu Spiral Pill, item level, A+, need to exchange points, 8,000, since the host has mastered the Spiral Pill, you only need to spend 3,000 points to use the advanced version of the Spiral Pill, Dayu Spiral Pill. Note. This technique need to use the real body and a shadow avatar together. Is it exchangeable? Exchange. Ding. The exchange is successful. The points are deducted. 3,000. The remaining points of the host. 32,000. After exchanging the spiral pill, Chen immediately created a clone, forming a light blue spiral pill on the palm of his hand, spinning at a high speed, and increasing at a speed visible to the naked eye, finally forming a watermelon-sized spiral pill. Then, Chen and the clone pushed the big jade spiral pill and rushed towards Hongxing. Go to hell. Hongxing controlled the bear demon to rush towards Chen. However, Chen did not dodge, but pushed the spiral pill with his clone and slammed into the bear demon rushing towards him, and Hongxing used chakra to condense it out. The bear demon was instantly twisted into chakra by the spiral pill. Impossible. Hongxing shouted at the bottom of the tear, but he couldn't change the fact. The spiral pill in Chen's hand was directly printed on his chest. Red Star was hit by a spiral pill. Boom! I saw that with the spiral pill at the center, the ground was instantly crushed by the power of the spiral pill, and a huge crater was pressed out, and the Red Star was also hit by the spiral pill, spit out a large mouthful of blood, and then was smashed and flew out. But, damn, Hongxing didn't die after being hit by the spiral pill. He held up his severely injured body with both hands and tried to stand up, but in vain. After spitting out a mouthful of blood again, he fell to the ground again. Dying. I didn't expect a big jade spiral pill to lose all the chakra I had left. If it wasn't for the system to recover, it would be dangerous. We must find a way to increase the amount of chakra as soon as possible. The system, restore me chakra now. Ding. Recovery of chakra requires points. 1000, do you want to exchange it? Exchange. Successful redemption. Deducted points. 1000, the host has 31,000 remaining points. Just after the sound of the system's notification sound, a warm current flowed through Chen's body, and all the chakra consumed in the battle just recovered instantly. I didn't die like this, life is pretty tough. Chen came to Hong Xing, lowered his head and said with a chuckle. You, what are you, who are you? Who am I? I'm just a lost dog, but this has nothing to do with you. You should die in peace. Chen said and wanted to end the red star. Bastard, don't hurt Lord Hongxing. Peacock meow. Aang, who was standing on the side, shouted at Chen, and then wanted to launch the peacock magic to attack Chen. Make him unable to move. Let me go, damn it, let me go. Aang shouted as he struggled. Shut up for me, if it weren't for your use. Chen curled up harder, making him blushed, unable to speak, and even had difficulty breathing. As for you, just go and repent to your 3 generations of Xingying. Chen Yu lowered his head and said contemptuously to the red star on the ground. No, I can't die, we have a unique star, as long as cultivate around the star, we will become incomparably powerful. Our Xingyan village will definitely surpass the 5 major ninja villages. How can I be like this? Die. Hey, it's too much for you, your ambition is not proportional to your strength at all, and that so-called star is not something you can control. Even if you use the star to cultivate for a while, it will only speed up your own demise. I think it won't be long before the side effects of your star cultivation will occur, and even if you don't need me to do anything, you will suffer torment yourself, and then die in pain. Impossible. I won't die. I won't. I'll kill you. The red star struggled to stand up, making a seal with both hands to condense the peacock magic. Humph. Seeking a dead end. Chen looked at Hong Xing who couldn't even stand still and wanted to start. Chen snorted coldly, then came to Hong Xing, concentrated his power on his right hand, and slammed into Hong Xing's stomach. The powerful strange force directly knocked the red star out of the sky. Before the red star had landed, Chen launched the instant body technique, and instantly appeared in front of the red star. He smashed the red star on the head and smashed the red star to the ground. This is not over yet, and then Chen rushed towards the red star on the ground again, condensing all the power in his fist, and smashed the body of the red star with a punch. There are cracks. After Chen brought his fist back, he looked at the red star lying in the small pit. At this time, the red star had lost a trace of sound. Ding! The host kills 1 Changnan. Reward points. 3,000. The host has points. 34,000. Quote. After solving the red star, Chen was thinking about how to find the star. Humph. Is it resolved? Then, the next step is to find out Xing. Xing should have been snatched by Sha Xing. As long as you find her, you will be able to find Xing. However, how do you find her? He turned to Aang, who was struggling, and thought to himself, her son is already in my hands, I can't believe she won't come out. Isn't she taking the responsibility of guarding Xingyan village? I will destroy Xingyan village first and see her come or not. Thinking of this, Chen rolled Aang with the hidden shadow snake hands and walked towards the direction of Xingyan village. When passing by the unconscious Nighthawk, Chen Shun took him down. Bastard! Unexpectedly, killed Lord Hongxing. You. Who are you? Why are you killing our Xingyan village? Why is this? Questioned. He only appeared later, so he still doesn't know Chen's purpose. Why? Haha Tilda, your question is really naive. The reason I killed you Xingren is because you Xingren want to kill me, and the reason you want to kill me is because I want to take away your Xingren, it's that simple. Quote. Xing, your goal is our star. I know, that person was your accomplice just now. You are here to restrain our ninja, and your comrade will steal the star, right? Damn, despicable. Hey, companion, despicable. Do you think that with my strength, I need to make as much trouble as you said? That guy named Hongxing should be the strongest in your Xingyan village, even your Xingyan village. I don't even pay attention to the strongest ninja. Is there anyone in your Xingyan village who can stop me? Chen scoffed at what Aang said. Looking at Chen's disdainful expression, Aang secretly said with grief and anger in his heart, damn Tilda. Damn, he is only the same age as me, why is he so strong, and even Lord Hongxing was killed by him, damn. Humph, your Xingyan village is wrong because you have the treasure, but you don't have enough strength to defend it. Weakness is actually a sin. Really, what to do with you so much, let's go. What do you want to do? Aang found that the direction Chen was walking was the route to the village, and asked in a panic. You are very noisy. Damn, you. Shut up. Originally, Aang wanted to say something, but Chen ignored him and walked on his own. It didn't take long for a village to appear in Chen's field of vision, and that was Xingyan village. At this time, a few figures suddenly sprang from the village, and they came to Chen in a few breaths. Those figures were just a few little devils of the shinobi level, about the same age as Aang. At this time, they were looking at Chen in amazement, and then they found Aang, who was wrapped by Chen with snake hands. P.S. In fact, I also know the problem of writing round eyes that everyone mentioned, because when I wrote this novel, I tried to write and read it, so I didn't write it seriously. I was trying to save trouble at the time. I searched the kaleidoscope writing wheel eye information on the internet, and then the information it gave me, I didn't care so much, I just wrote it directly. I will find a time to change it back. If it makes everyone uncomfortable, I hereby apologize to everyone. Ask for flowers. Ask for collection. Chapter 44. Susano. Who are you? Damn it, what have you done to Aang? Let go of Aang. A little girl with a few freckles on her face shouted to Chen. Beidou, don't come here. Seeing that the little girl wanted to. At this time, the other ninjas in the village also noticed the strangeness here, and they gathered one after another. Seeing that Chen was holding their village's children hostage, the Xing ninja surrounded Chen in anger. Who are you? You dare to break into the territory of Xingyan village, and you dare to hold the people of our Xingyan village hostage. You are very brave. Okay, stop yelling, I'm not interested in your Xingyan village at all. It's better to get out of the way, otherwise I can't guarantee what will happen. Chen looked at the people who surrounded him. Xing Ren said disdainfully. Bastard, you are already surrounded by us, and you dare to speak out. No matter who you are, we will arrest you first, and then hand it over to Hongxing. Let's go. Everyone, stop, don't act rashly, none of you are his opponents. Seeing the Xing Nin people want to take action against Chen, Aang immediately stopped anxiously. He knows Chen's strength. Even their strongest ninja, Lord Hongxing, is not Chen's opponent, not to mention that these are just the star ninjas with the strength of Zongxia ninja. Aang, what are you talking about? We're not his opponents, don't joke, we're just a young kid. I can beat 10 kiddies like this. Your being held hostage by him can only prove that you're useless. Ha ha ha. Aang, are you afraid that if we do something, he will hurt you? Don't worry, we won't let him have a chance to hurt you, and we'll get rid of him in an instant. Ha ha ha. Aang is really timid, but still, no matter what, he's just a little kid. Ha ha ha. The star ninjas didn't care about Aang's words, they just thought that Aang was defeated by the other party, so they wanted to describe Chen as very powerful, so that he would not be so embarrassed. Humph. Stop talking nonsense, take down this kid first, don't take action, I am alone. Xing Ninja stepped out of a ninja, said to the surrounding companions, and then sneered contemptuously towards Chen. Said, little devil, I don't care who you are, don't even try to run away from me. Bastard. Idiot. Lord Hongxing is not his opponent. He has already killed him. Do you think you will be more powerful than Lord Hongxing? Angry and anxious, he yelled at them. What did you say? It's impossible. Aang, what nonsense are you talking about? How could Lord Hongxing? Damn, if you keep talking like that, we can't just let it go. In Aang told about the murder of Hongxing, the people in Xingren were angry, and unbelievable. However, they remained skeptical and did not fully believe Aang's words. Are you finished? Forget it. I've lost my patience. Shashing didn't come out, so I had to force her out and destroy this village, hee. I don't want to waste any more time. Seeing that Chen was about to make a move, this frightened Aang. You. What do you want to do? Stop it. Idiot. Chen sneered and let out a mocking roar. He slowly closed his eyes, and then suddenly opened them. The three-hook jade in his pupils had disappeared, replaced by a pattern similar to a hexagram. Kaleidoscope writing wheel eye. Then, what is that? What's up with his eyes? These eyes. Looking at these eyes makes me feel creepy. How can I feel this way? What kind of eyes are those? At the moment when the kaleidoscope took shape, the star ninjas in front could no longer be as calm as before. The star ninjas who are looking at Chen will give them a creepy feeling. This fear comes from the depths of their souls, although they do not know the ability of the kaleidoscope to write round eyes. But, damn, let's go together. Kill him. The sense of oppression from the kaleidoscope caused the mental breakdown of these star ninjas who only had the strength of Chengshinen. Chen attacked. Facing the numerous Xingren who were attacking him, Chen didn't do much. One hand was still locked, while the other was hanging down, so he didn't see any movement. Whoever you are, die for me. Just when the kunai of the star ninjas was about to stab Chen's body, a gray-white chakra that was visible to the naked eye suddenly appeared beside Chen, forming the shape of a human rib, and instantly wrapped Chen. And the kunai who stabbed Shangchen by the star ninjas also hit this chakra, and was taken by this layer of chakra. What is this? What is it? Is this the peacock trick? How could it be like this? The star ninjas looked at the ribs wrapped around Chen in horror, and shouted in fear. Is this my Susanoo? It's gray and white, I don't know what kind of ability it carries. I'm really looking forward to it. Putting it on a par, it's really beyond my own power. I think you poor people are blessed to be able to see the ability I just acquired. This is the first time I use this ability. Susanoo, what the hell is this? Could it be that when he fought against Lord Hongxing just now, he didn't even use his full strength? How is this possible? Who is he? Aang looked at him and wrapped him. Susanoo, who came in, secretly said unbelievably. Quick, kill him. After the fright, the star ninja attacked Chen again, but it was all in vain. Whether it was a shuriken kunai or a ninjutsu attack, they were blocked by Susanoo, and they didn't hurt at all. To the centimeter of Chen. It's useless, no matter what kind of attack you use, whether it's ninjutsu or taijutsu, under the absolute defense of Susanoo, it has no effect at all, and Susanoo's ability is not only its defense. Just as Chen's voice fell, a giant armed skeleton suddenly transformed into Susanoo's right side, and then clenched it into a fist, and the skeleton slammed down at Zoshinen in front of him. Unpredictable, several Xingren were smashed to death and injured, and a small pit was formed where they were hit. What kind of monster is this? Not only can it be defended, but it can even have such a powerful attack. Damn, we can't possibly win. Looking at the damage caused by Susanoo, Aang felt powerless for a while. Then thinking of his friends, he shouted, Hokuto, Mizuna, hurry up and get out of here, we can't beat him, hurry up. No, how can we leave you? We must get you out, Aang. Although the little girl named Beidou felt fear, she still said firmly. Idiot, leave, Aang Jia shouted at them. He knew that Beidou and the others did not have any opponents to Chen, and fighting Chen would only be fatal. Those who avoid me live, those who block me die. Chen controlled Suzuo, raised his fists again, and smashed towards the gate of Xingnan village, directly smashing the gate with a punch, and then headed towards Xingnan village, the hinterland. He is about to enter the village, hurry up, stop him, stop him no matter what. A Shinran saw that Chen wanted to enter the village, and immediately reacted, instructing the Shinran to fight back against Chen, but was caught by Chen's Susanoo grabbed it in his hand. Humph! Chen snorted coldly, and then Suzuo's hand squeezed hard, and the Shing ninja was directly crushed to death, and then the corpse was thrown down. Fengjian! But, damn it, everyone stop him! Just when the star ninjas wanted to attack Chen again, Chen's Susanoo changed again, and saw that the rib once again transformed into an armed skeleton, and even a skull grew out. Look. Going up is like a huge devil, although only the upper body. Seeing that Chen's Susanoo has evolved again, the ninjas of Xingnan village were dumbfounded, and there was only one thought in their hearts. It's terrible, we couldn't have won this monsters. Chapter 45, Catch the Star. Chen really didn't want to waste any more time, and directly used the ability of the kaleidoscope to write round eyes to condense Susanoo, and planned to directly use Susa to crush Xingnan village all the way, and he himself really wanted to know his Susan what does it look like, and at the same time, I want to use these star ninjas as the goal of practice. Chen's Suzuo is raging in Xingyan village, and every punch will cause a lot of casualties. There is a terrible scene in Xingyan village. At this time, the Xingyan people have been divided into two groups. One group of people are desperately fighting, attacking Chen, trying to block Chen's footsteps. A group of people are evacuating the crowd and leading the civilians to flee. Devil, you are a demon. Stop it, stop it. Looking at the horrific sight of the village, he roared at Chen heartbreakingly, I have already said that those who avoid me live, and those who block me die. I won't stop until the summer star appears. Damn, you are looking for someone, why are you attacking our village? We don't have a summer star here at all. Chen ignored Aang and continued to control Susa to destroy. Although Chen did not deliberately attack civilians, many civilians were still affected. However, Chen did not care about these. Everyone is innocent, but he is guilty. If you want to blame yourself, you are too weak. Just when Chen was controlling Susa to wreak havoc, not far from Xing Ninja Village, Sha Xing left the village after getting the star. Originally, Sha Xing had been guarding Xingyan village in secret, and obeyed the wishes of the three generations of Xingyang. If he started to practice with Xingxing in the village again, he must do his best to stop it. 3 years ago, Red Star assassinated the three generations of Xingyang and became the agent of Xingyan village, and then started to practice with Xingyang again. Therefore, Sha Xing wanted to steal Xingxing, but there has been no chance for the past 3 years. After Chen appeared today, when Hongxing and most of Xingren went to confront Qi Chen, they seized this opportunity and broke into Xing's training room, where they would be surrounded by Xing's training room. Knock it down, then take the star away. Just when she took Xing and planned to return to her secret stronghold, she suddenly found that the direction of the village was filled with gunpowder. Something must have happened. What's going on? That direction is the village. What happened there? You must go over and see, he said with his hands and formed a seal, condensing the peacock magic behind him. The peacock technique. Lingyun. The summer star condensed the chakra into the shape of a wing, jumped up, and flew towards the direction of the village. When Sha Xingxing got closer and closer to the village, the scene over there became clearer and clearer. At this time, most of the Xingren village had been destroyed, smoke filled with gunpowder, and mourning everywhere. A horrific scene appeared in front of her. How is this possible? Why is this happening? Sha couldn't believe what was in front of her. It was obvious that when she came to steal the star, the village was still fine, but she didn't expect that it would turn into such a tragic situation after just a short while. Sha Xing accelerated the speed of the flight, and in the blink of an eye, he came to the sky above Xingnin village. Because Susa's body was too ostentatious, Sha Xing saw at a glance the culprit who was destroying Xingnin village. Without thinking, he rushed forward. Down. Damn, unforgivable. Peacock magic. Bear demon. After jumping to a high ground behind Susa, Sha Xing instantly changed the form of the peacock magic method, forming the same bear demon as Hongxing, but the bear demon condensed by Sha Xing was much larger than that of Hongxing. The strength is naturally much stronger than Red Star. After the bear demon condensed, Shashing immediately controlled the bear demon and rushed towards Susa. And Chen was originally manipulating Susan to kill the Shinran, out of trust in the absolute defense of Susan, so Chen did not pay attention to the weak attack of the Shinran, and even disdained to turn back. Therefore, he was unaware of Sha Xing's attack, and was hit by Sha Xing's bear demon when he was caught off guard. Although the bear demon didn't break Suzuo's defense and caused no damage to Chen, it attracted the attention of everyone present. After all, no matter how the Star Ninja attacked before, they seemed to be tickling Suzuo. I can't even make Susa move a little bit, let alone knock Susa into a stagger. It's the peacock trick. The bear demon. Could it be Lord Hongxing? Haha, Lord Hongxing is back. This kid Eng actually said that Lord Hongxing was killed. It is unforgivable. When Lord Hongxing defeats the enemy, he will teach him a lesson. After seeing Sha Xing's peacock magic trick, after the bear demon, the emotions of the group of star ninjas instantly became high. The first thing they thought of was their agent Star Shadow, Red Star. Because looking at the entire Xingyan village, only Hongxing can condense the peacock magic method into the form of a beast. In their perception, Red Star is the strongest among them, and Peacock has also cultivated to the extreme, no one is his opponent. However, some people are happy, and some people find it strange. It's not right. If he is Lord Hongxing, why is he wearing a gas mask? And everyone, look, that peacock magic trick. The bear demon is bigger than the bear demon condensed by Lord Hongxing before, and the chakra is also more intense. Quote. That's right, it is. If it wasn't Lord Hongxing, then who would it be? It seems that this person is even smarter than Lord Hongxing in the peacock technique. Don't worry about it for now, the top priority now is to eliminate this monster, no matter whether that person is Lord Hongxing. In short, he just attacked that monster with the peacock technique. It should be the reinforcements on our side. The stronger he is, the more powerful he is to us. The more beneficial. Quote. Of course, Chen also discovered the summer star, stopped the destruction, and looked at Sha Xing like this. She should be the Sha Xing I'm looking for. Is she finally here? At this time, the ninjas of Xingyan village wanted to attack Chen when Chen stopped, but they were stopped by Sha Xing. Don't go over. If you can't beat him, don't shoot. Damn. Although they were very unwilling, the Xing ninjas had to admit this fact. After hearing Sha Xing's words, they all stopped their movements and did not dare to act rashly. You two are acquainted. However, you are finally willing to show up, Sha Xing. Chen also lost interest in these Xingren, and did not shoot at them again, but looked at Xing Xing. After Chen revealed Sha Xing's name, the Xingnin people in Xingyan village started to discuss. Of course, some of these star ninjas are very unfamiliar with Sha Xing. After all, Sha Xing left Xingyan village 10 years ago, and only some older star ninjas will have a little impression of Sha Xing. How could it be? It's really not Lord Hongxing. Summer Star. Is there such a powerful person in our Xingyan village? Why have I never heard of it? I have an impression of this. It seems to have died 10 years ago. How can it still appear here? Sha Xing ignored the discussions of the Xing ninjas, and did not explain anything to them, but said to Chen in surprise, You actually know me, are you coming for me? No, you are coming for Xing. Of course, I'm here for the so-called stars. Apart from the stars, there is nothing else worth mentioning in this place. I know the stars are in your hands, hand them over. Did you attack the village to force me out? Yes, just to force you out. I know that you have been guarding Xingyan village in secret for 10 years, so as long as I attack Xingyan village, you will definitely appear, it's that simple. Bastard, just because of this, he did such a tragic thing, unforgivable. I must seek justice for the people who died tragically in the village. Stop talking nonsense, I don't have time to waste with you, hand over the stars. Humph. Impossible, the peacock trick. The bear demon. The angry Sha Xing once again condensed the bear demon and rushed towards Chen. P.S. Sorry, I originally wanted to save a few chapters and post them when they are on the shelves, but there is really no way, so let's pass a chapter first. Ask for flowers. Ask for a reward. Ask for collection. Chapter 56. The Stars 2. Humph. Good job. Let you see that my Susa is not comparable to the peacock tricks you have cultivated by relying on foreign objects. Facing the menacing bear demon, Chen did not dodge, but controlled Susanoo to raise his fist to meet him. However, the bear demon controlled by Sha Xingxing is obviously more flexible than Chen's Susanoo. I saw that it easily escaped Susan's fist, and then threw itself on Susan's shoulder. This was just in vain, and did not cause any harm to Susa Kazuo. And Susa also took advantage of the bear demon hanging on it, tore it off his body with both hands, and threw it out to the front, smashing several buildings, and a few stars endured it. Spread. Seeing this scene, Sha Xingxing also realized that something was wrong and said to himself, damn. The loss and casualties of Xingyan village are too great. If we continue to fight here with him, Xingyan village will definitely be destroyed by the two of us. He must be led elsewhere. Quote. The peacock technique. Lingyun. After making up his mind, Sha Xing immediately took the bear demon back, and then formed the seal again, condensing the chakra into a pair of huge butterfly-shaped wings, and then flew towards a forest far away from the village. Huh. Want to run away? No. Is it because I was afraid that my fight with her would destroy Xingyan village, so I wanted to lead me out of Xingyan village? But it doesn't matter, my goal is only Xingyan. As for Xingyan village, I won't take it to heart yet, just let them go. After saying that, he released Susa, and then chased towards Sha Xingxing with a moon step. Sha Xing wanted to lead Chen away, so he deliberately slowed down the flight speed, and Chen did not chase too hard. Anyway, he knew that Sha would not be able to escape. After all, she also wanted to kill Chen. Aang, who was being held hostage by Chen, looked at Sha Xing's back thoughtfully at this time. Damn, the person with the gas mask should be the Sha Xing that this devil is looking for. The villagers seem to have said just now that he used to be too. The ninja of Xingyan village died 10 years ago. Why did the dead reappear? Why did they steal our star? And I don't know what happened. I can feel it from him. There is an inexplicable intimacy. Aang, who was held hostage, looked at Sha Xing's figure, and his heart was full of various questions. Soon, Sha Xing came to a forest, standing on the top of a big tree, waiting for Chen's arrival, and it didn't take long for Chen to chase Sha Xing here. What, have you chosen a place? Suoga, so you already know my purpose, so why do you keep following? As I said earlier, my goal is Xing, so I have no interest in Xingyan village. The reason why I attack Xingyan village is only to force you out, since you have come out now. Now, I don't need to waste time there anymore. Why do you decide that the star must be in my hands? HMPH, I naturally have my own basis. Don't talk nonsense, my goal is only the star, hand it over and I will leave immediately, otherwise don't blame me for being ruthless. Damn, wishful thinking, you have committed such an unforgivable sin, and I want you to be punished no matter what, and avenge the people who were killed by you in our Xingyan village. Sha Xing, don't you see who this person I have been holding hostage? I think you will be very interested. Tilde. Oops, did he already know about the relationship between me and Aang? That's why he held Aang. How is that possible? Damn. In fact, Xing found out that Xing Ren who was being held hostage by Chen was Aang. It was she and Ying Fire's only child. It's just that she found that Chen didn't intend to hurt Aang, and he was also afraid that Chen would use Aang Lai as a threat to force her to surrender Xing after knowing about Aang's relationship with her. Therefore, she did not dare to speak up. But it seemed that what she was most worried about had happened. Shameless. Despicable. At this time, Sha Xing was not as calm as before, staring at Chen angrily, said gritted teeth. Humph. Stop talking about these useless things. I'm already very impatient. Hurry up and hand over the star, otherwise I'll kill him. Or in your eyes, your son's life is better than isn't it important not to be the star that hurts people? What? What did you just say? What's going on? Tell me, tell me. Aang, who had been silent for a while, heard the conversation between the two, and looked at the antivirus in disbelief. The masked Shashing then suddenly became excited and questioned Chen. Humph, shut up for me, or I'll kill you. Chen ignored Aang's questioning, snorted coldly, and then held Aang's snake hand with a sudden force, and immediately squeezed Aang's face flushed, so painful that he could not speak. Stop, let him go. Shashing on the opposite side, watching his son suffer, was heartbroken. Hastily shouted to Chen. HMPH, do you feel distressed? Chen said with a sneer, and at the same time relaxed the snake's hand a little, and Nong immediately gasped heavily. Seeing that Aang was fine, Sha was also relieved, reached out and took off the gas mask on her face, revealing her original appearance. How did you know that? Why do you know so much about me? Don't worry about it, how about it? Can you hand over the star? Anyway, your mission is to prevent the people of Xingyan village from using the star to cultivate again. In that case, it's useless to keep the star, it's better give it to me, how about you? I can give you the star, but you have to let go first. Humph, you have no room for bargaining, hand it over. Damn, stop. This time, Shashing didn't hesitate any longer, and hurriedly took out a fist-sized stone from his bosom. The stone seemed to be hollowed out by insects, full of large and small holes. This stone also exudes a strange purple chakra, which is quite weird. This is Xing, here it is. Shashing took out the Xing and threw it directly at Chen, who was then grabbed by Chen's hand. Chen took the star in his hand and observed it carefully, but he couldn't see anything special for a while. He secretly said, "Is this the star?" Sure enough, it contains a powerful force. The group of idiots in Xingyan village didn't know how to use the star correctly, and they only practiced around the star. Xing has been given to you, let go of Aang. Shashing hurriedly said when she saw that Chen hadn't let go of Aang, interrupting Chen who was in deep thought. Oh, I almost forgot, I'll give it back to you. With a flick of Chen's snake hand, he threw Aang towards Shashing, who quickly caught Aang. Okay, now that I have the star, it's time for me to leave this bird place. Chen got the star, so his mood improved, and he said hello to Shazing's mother and son with a chuckle, and then planned to ask leave. Just when Chen turned around and was about to leave, he suddenly felt a sense of crisis attacking him. Without thinking about it, Chen immediately used the teleportation technique and jumped away from the place. The bear demon formed by Carrot pounced on the position where he was standing. After using the blinking technique to escape the sneak attack of Shashing, he turned his eyes and stared at Shashing, and said, It seems that you are not going to let me leave like this. There is no other way, I have to take you out. Kill it too. Aang, hurry up and get out of here. Sha said to Aang who was beside him while staring at Chen solemnly. But don't be, I know you have a lot of questions you want to ask me now. I promise you, I will explain everything to you when I go back. Now, get out of here. Shashing said anxiously to Aang. I get it, you. Be careful. Aang also knew that with his strength, he would definitely not be able to help him by staying here, and would only drag down Shashing. Looking at Shashing with complicated eyes, and without any nonsense, he immediately jumped back in the direction of the village. Aang has no use value for Chen, so when Aang left, Chen did not stop, but looked at Shashing with interest. HMPH, you have committed such a monstrous sin, I will not let you leave just like that, today no matter what, I will definitely take you back, and then deal with you in front of everyone, for the sake of Xingyan village vengeance of those who died tragically. Chi, you are stubborn, since you are courting death yourself, don't blame me. Chen put the star in his hand into his arms, and the three Guyu in the scarlet riding wheel slowly turned, staring at the summer star, said with a sneer. Shashing didn't talk nonsense, he directly controlled the bear demon, roaring and rushing towards Chen. P.S. Ask for flowers. Ask for collection. Ask for a reward. P.S. Group Tale 475,137,322. Chapter 47, Clone-Tailed Beast. Sha Xing once again controlled the bear demon to rush towards Chen. Facing Sha Xing's aggressive bear demon, Chen was not afraid. I saw him raise his right hand and condense a light blue spiral pill in the palm of his hand. When the demon was about to pounce on him, the spiral pill in his hand greeted him, and it pressed against the bear demon's head to form a stalemate. HMPH, his strength is indeed much stronger than that of Hongxing. But if you want to beat me, it's not enough. Get out of here. Defeat Summerstar's bear demon. Damn, Peacock's magic trick. Soaring snake. Sha Xing saw that the bear demon was repelled, and his hands quickly formed a seal, turning the peacock magic trick into 6 chakra snakes, and attacked Chen again. The speed is very fast, and in the blink of an eye, it is in front of justice. It's a little troublesome, there are too many. Looking at the 6 chakra snakes attacking, Chen secretly said, and then moved quickly and flexibly to avoid the attack of the chakra snake. However, he was closely pursued by the chakra giant snake, and was attacked by a chakra giant snake at a tricky angle. If he didn't notice, Ling Chen could not escape. Oops. Although Chen tried his best to avoid it, he still failed and was bitten by the giant chakra snake, but... Bang! A burst of smoke appeared, and looking at Chen, who was bitten by the chakra giant snake, turned into a dead tree. Is it a substitute technique? When was it used? Seeing that the bitten Chen turned into a piece of dead wood, Sha Xing immediately understood what was going on, and then took back the 6 chakra snakes and guarded him by his side. And then looked around vigilantly. It's really amazing. It's really much stronger than that rubbish red star. It seems that you have practiced the peacock technique to the extreme. Chen's voice came from a big tree not far in front of Sha Xing, and then he saw Chen's voice. Came out from behind the tree. I'm curious, since I attacked, why didn't you display the giant skeleton that looked like a giant skeleton when you were in the village? Is it because there is not much chakra left, so you can't maintain that powerful ninjutsu? You're talking about Susano. Seriously, your Hoshian village is too weak, so weak that you don't even have the qualifications to let me use all my strength, let alone force me to use Susano. It was just because I just mastered the new ability, and I wanted to see it myself, so I showed it. And your Xingyan village is just a sparring partner for me to test the new ability. Didn't get serious. Indeed, the combat power of Xingyan village is really appalling. Almost all of the village's combat power is composed of low-strength genin. There are only a few Chunin strength Xingnin, and there is not one Shangnin level, and there is only the agent Xingying. The red star, relying on the peacock magic method, barely has the strength of the special Jonin, which is not worth mentioning at all. Damn, the peacock's magic trick. Soaring the snake. Seeing Chen despise Xingyan village so much, Sha Xing was very angry, and once again controlled the few chakra snakes to bite towards Chen. It's really stupid, I won't play with you. Looking at the chakra giant snake attacking, Chen quickly formed a seal, created a shadow clone, rubbed a big jade spiral pill again, and greeted the chakra of the summer star. The giant snake was smashed, and Sha Xing was seriously injured and flew out. Looking at the summer star who was struggling to continue to stand up, Chen did not continue to attack, but stood there and looked at the summer star. Why didn't you kill me? Sha Xing, who was seriously injured, struggled to get up, half knelt on the ground, and asked Shang Chen in confusion. Hey, I've killed enough people today. Also, if it's not necessary, I don't like killing people, especially women, that's all. Chen, who almost destroyed Xingyan village, was still smiling and boasting said. I am a pacifist, advocating peace and hating violence. PFF'd. Sha Xing, who had been seriously injured, actually vomited blood from the shameless executioner in front of him. He laboriously raised his finger and pointed at Chen. Woo. Shameless. Hee. Whatever, that's all. Now that Xing has arrived, it's time for me to leave. Chen just smiled at Sha Xing's words, and planned to leave Xingyan village without saying anything, but he was a little puzzled. The star has been obtained by me, how come there is no prompt for the completion of the mission in the system? Could it be that this star is fake? Impossible, I can feel that this star contains very powerful power, it cannot be fake, forget it. Don't worry about that much, since the star has already arrived, let's find a place to study it first, and I also feel a little tired. After leaving Xingyan village, Chen returned to a small town again. After a long battle, Chen was already tired and hungry, so he just found a small hotel and stayed there. After eating and drinking, I took a shower and washed away my exhaustion. A man rests in a hotel room. Ding! The host has completed the task. Snatch the star of Xingyan village. The task reward: 10,000 points. The points the host has: 46,000. Do you want to open the exchange interface? Oh, did you finally indicate that the task is completed? It is estimated that the task is completed after leaving Xingyan village with the star, really. But it doesn't matter, the task is completed. Let's see what is special about this star. Let's go. After saying that, he took out the star that Xingyan village got from his arms and held it in front of him to observe. In addition to feeling the powerful power contained in this star, I don't see anything special about it. What's the use? Chen really couldn't see why, and asked the system doubtfully. The system, what is the origin of this star? What is the use? Answer to the host: the star is a meteorite contaminated with 10-tailed chakra, because that meteorite is radioactive and reacts to chakra. If you practice close to the star, it will have a strong increase in the chakra of the practitioner. But because the chakra of the 10 tails is too powerful, it is not something that ordinary people can bear, so it will cause huge harm to the body of the practitioner. Quote. That's it. There's no other use. After listening to the system's explanation, Ling Chen felt very disappointed. You can redeem points. Replied. Come on. Ding. Due to the host's contact with the 10 tails chakra, the task is triggered. Clone the 10 tails and become the 10 tails pillar force. The task reward: 500,000 points. The system will draw 3 times. The task time limit: none. The task failure penalty: none, except or not. I'll go. Graham. Clone 10 tails. This is too much. How to clone? Answer the host. The host can first collect the chakra of the tailed beast, clone the 9 big-tailed beasts, and then synthesize the cloned 9 big-tailed beasts to clone 10 tails. So, what will the cloned tailed beast look like? Is it the same as the original tailed beast? Yes, the cloned tailed beast is consistent with the original tailed beast in both appearance and strength. However, the tailed beast cloned by the system has no thinking, only the instinct of a beast, but it will completely obey the host, and the host can. The cloned tailed beast is stored in the body and becomes the pillar of cloned tailed orcs, and can also be summoned to fight for the host. Quote. Do you want to become a human pillar? I'm still struggling with the problem of a small amount of chakra. If I can become a human pillar, then this problem will be solved, and as the system said, if I become a 10-tailed human pillar, I will face it in the future. Your words will be a little more confident. Besides, there is no time limit for this task, so take it. Chen thought for a while, and found that this task would be beneficial, so he accepted it without hesitation. Although there is no time limit for this quest, it will be the story of Shippuden in 3 years, and the Shao organization will also begin to collect tailed beasts and capture the power of each person. I didn't want to have a grudge with the Shao organization. Maybe I can't avoid being enemies with them. Humph. Let's take a step by step. If it really goes right, I, Uchiha Chen, are not easy to mess with. Chen secretly said in his heart. System, exchange this star in my hand for points. Ding. The exchange is successful. The points are 30,000, and the host has 76,000 points. Do you want to open the exchange interface? No need. Chen ended the conversation with the system, and then went straight to bed. P.S. I'm too lazy to write about the fight with Sha Xing, just skip it. Ask for collections, ask for flowers. Chapter 48, Konoha Investigation Team. The next day, Chen, who had rested for a night, left the hotel full of energy. Before leaving, he bought a map at the hotel. It has been a few days since Chen brushed Xingyan village, but this matter did not endure. The world spread, because the ninjas of Xingyan village have been sealed by their 4 generations of Xingyan Sha Xing, and they are not allowed to mention it to outsiders, so other than the people of Shingen Village, no one else knows about it. On this day, in Konoha's Hokage building, Konoha's 5th generation Megumi Hokage Tsunade was frowning and looking at the letter in his hand and thinking. Seeing Tsunade's expression, the mute of Hokage's assistant, who was standing aside as Konoha, was also very curious about the contents of the letter in Tsunade's hand, and couldn't help asking, "Lord Tsunade, whose letter is this? What happened?" Tsunade didn't answer Mute's question, but handed her the letter in his hand. Mute quickly stretched out his hands to catch it, then took it in front of him and read the contents of the letter. Soon, Mute read all the contents of the letter in his hand, showed a surprised expression, and asked Tsunade suspiciously, "Master Tsunade, is this a secret letter sent by Shingen Village?" "That's right, this letter was sent by the 4 generations of Shingen from Shingen Village." Shingen Village. Wait a minute. Mute didn't know much about Shingen Village, and hurriedly walked over to the bookshelf stacked with various documents to search. It didn't take long for a folder to be found and searched. "Oh, I found it. Shingen Village, a ninja village in the country of bears. There is a meteorite in the village that fell 200 years ago, so the village is called Star Ninja Village. The ninjas in the village will surround that piece. Meteorite training is all because the meteorite is radioactive and reacts to chakra. Shingen is good at peacock magic, which can turn chakra into various shapes to attack and even fly. Well, the 1st generation of Shingen, they all called the leader of the village. The 1st generation of Shingen found that if he used stars to practice, he could increase the power of chakra. Since then, Shingen Village has a place in the ninja world. However, it is recorded in the document that this practice has been terminated for about 10 years. Silence said, looking at the document in his hand. It was the 3rd generation of Shingen who banned the practice. About a year ago, after the death of the 3rd generation of Shingen, the practice resumed. But, why is it forbidden to practice? Mute asked in confusion, because the document did not record the reason. Who knows, this is probably the top secret of Shingen Village. However, there are many rumors. Rumor. Yeah, it is rumored that most of the people who practiced with stars have died. They obtained power from unknown stars to force the strengthening of chakra. Maybe this has side effects on the human body. Shuoga, that's how it is. The letter sent by Shingen Village said, "A few days ago, a ninja broke into their village and killed many ninjas in Shingen Village, including their agent Shingen, and took Shingen Village to death. The sacred object handed down through the ages, that is, the meteorite called Star, was snatched away. The important thing is that when they fought against the ninja, they discovered that he actually has a wheel eye. The whole ninja world knows that Sharingan is the blood successor of the Uchiha family of our Konoha, so the 4 generations of Shingen Village will send someone to send this letter. I hope our Konoha will give them an explanation." Quote. "Are you sure it's a writing wheel? This is what the 4 generations of Shingen have seen with their own eyes, it should not be wrong. Sharing eye. There should be only Kakashi, Uchiha Itachi and Uchiha Sasuke who have a writing wheel in this world. Kakashi doesn't have this possibility, then only Uchiha Itachi and Uchiha are left. Sasuke, who are these two? I don't know yet. Then what should we do? Do we just sit back and watch, or send someone over? This may be the betrayal of our Konoha. If we don't show any signs, we will inevitably be gossiped, which is very bad for the village's reputation. Moreover, that person is likely to be Sasuke Uchiha, so we all have to send people over to investigate. Quote. Then who is Tsunade-sama planning to send there? Well, you go and call Kai's 3rd shift. Tsunade thought for a while, and then instructed Mute. I understand. Mute put the document in his hand and walked out of the Hokage office to gather the members of the 3rd shift. It didn't take long for the 3rd class, Hyuga Neji, Lock Lee, and Tien to come to the Hokage office, and then Tsunade issued a mission to them, appointing Neji as the leader of the team to go to Shingen Village to investigate. Naruto learned about Shingen Village from Xiao Ying, and was very curious about the Shing in Shingen Village. After learning that the third shift was going to Xingyan village for a mission, he also wanted to join in the fun and went to the Hokage building to use it. Tsunade was bribed by a box of yokon rolls, and finally got the chance to go with the third shift. Naruto, I'm the captain of the mission this time, so you have to listen to me no matter what, do you understand? Before leaving, Neji explained to Naruto in particular. Got it, let's go. Naruto didn't take Neji's words to heart at all, but urged Neji to hurry up, and ran in the direction of the land of bears with an impatient look. Really, Neji had no choice but to let him go, beckoning Xiaoli and Tian to follow. Several people rushed for a long distance, and finally came to the forest outside Xingyan village, about to arrive at Xingyan village. Naruto and a few people from the third class jumped quickly in the woods. It's coming soon. Before entering the village, there will be a dangerous area. From now on, I will be the vanguard. Neji, who has white eyes, said to Naruto and the other three. Got it. Soon, the four came to the natural barrier of Xingyan village, a valley filled with yellow poisonous mist. Hey, it's Xingyan village. After crossing this valley, Yoshi, looking at the valley in front of him, Naruto, with his nerves, didn't notice anything wrong. Run under the cliff. It's in danger, come back. Seeing Naruto running directly into the valley filled with poisonous mist, Neji shouted anxiously, trying to stop Naruto, but it was too late. Naruto had already run far away. I didn't hear what he said at all. Just as Naruto was about to approach the poisonous fog, several bows and arrows were shot from the other side of the valley and pinned in front of Naruto to stop him. Naruto was startled, stepped on the bows and arrows and jumped back to the edge of the cliff. Naruto, are you okay? After seeing Naruto jumping back onto the cliff, Neji and the others came to Naruto and asked worriedly. I'm fine, everyone be careful, there are enemies. Naruto said to Ninki and the others while watching the opposite side of the valley vigilantly. At this moment, a man with a gas mask and a crossbow appeared across the valley. The man aimed the crossbow at Naruto and shot a large tree beside them. The arrow with the rope was nailed to the big tree, and then ran along the rope, and soon came to Naruto and the others. Damn, was it you who attacked me just now? Look, Naruto shouted, then took out two kunai and planned to throw it at that person, but was interrupted by Neji. Stop, Naruto, he's not the enemy. But he attacked me just now. At this time, the person with the gas mask took off the gas mask on his face. It was Aang, who was previously held hostage by Chen to exchange stars with Shashing. Konoha's ninja. I'm a ninja from Xingyan village. My name is Aang, I'm here to meet you. Aang said to Naruto and the other four, but his tone was not friendly. Xingyan village has always rejected outsiders, and their Xingyan village was attacked a few days ago, with heavy casualties. The murderer seems to be related to Konoha's Uchiha, so he will not show a good face to Konoha's people. Then why did you attack me? Naruto shouted at Aang. He was saving you just now, look. Neji pointed to a bird that was flying towards the poisonous fog and said to Naruto, only to see that the bird flapped its wings twice after touching the poisonous fog. Fell down. Seeing this scene, Naruto was also taken aback and looked at Neji in surprise. The border of Xingyan village has been surrounded by poisonous gas, which is a natural barrier to prevent the invasion of other countries. The dangerous area I mentioned just now refers to here. That's great, Naruto, Aang is your savior, and it's also the beginning of the beautiful friendship between Konoha and Xingyan village, ha 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 ha. Xiaoli on the side laughed heartlessly. Stop joking, Naruto said depressedly, looking at Xiaoli who was laughing. Looks like I'm nosy, I didn't even say thank you. Bah, forget it, Lord Xingyan has been waiting for a long time. Come into the village with me first. After Aang left a sentence, he ignored Naruto and the others. Jumped on the previous rope first and walked towards the opposite valley. This guy, Naruto said angrily looking at Aang's back. Okay, don't talk too much, let's follow. Neji greeted, and then everyone jumped on the rope and walked towards the opposite side. Naruto and the other four followed behind Aang, and soon came to Xingyan village. P.S. Ask for flowers. Ask for collection. Chapter 49, Inquiry. Aang took Naruto and others into Xingyan village. However, since the entire Xingyan village was almost destroyed by Chen a few days ago, the Xingyan village is being rebuilt at this time, and there are collapsed houses and ruins everywhere, so it looks very miserable. The people in Xingyan village, who were busy rebuilding their homes, also saw Ningji and the others led by Aang, and they all stopped their movements, and even showed very unfriendly eyes to Naruto and the others. Is this the Xingyan village? How could this be? Naruto said in surprise, looking at the surrounding ruins. Humph. It's not because of. Aang heard Naruto's words, turned his head and glared at Naruto and wanted to say something, but he held back and continued to lead the way. Hey, Neji, why do I feel that the villagers of Xingyan village around us are looking at us very unfriendly? Is it because they reject outsiders? Tian looked at the people around him, and came to Neji and whispered. Well, don't worry about it for now, wait until you see what the leaders of their village are saying. Neji, who has a blank eye, doesn't even need to turn his head to look at the situation around him. Aang, who are they? At this moment, a ninja from Xingyan village came over and asked Aang. They are all Konoha's ninjas. They were sent by Konoha's Hokage. Lord Xingying wants to see them now. Aang replied. Konoha's ninja, the person who destroyed our village has a pair of terrifying eyes. Lord Xingying said that it was a shackle eye, and the shackle eye is the blood follower of the Konoha Uchiha family. Could that person be Konoha? Sent. Naruto stared at Naruto with hatred after saying that. What are you talking about? Sharingan. You mean that your village has become like this because of a person with Sharingan? Tell me who that person is. Naruto heard what Shinran said. Hurriedly ran to Aang and asked anxiously. Humph. Aang glanced at Naruto, but did not answer, but continued to walk forward. Hey, wait a minute, tell me quickly. Calm down, Naruto. Neji reached out and grabbed Naruto, telling Naruto not to be impulsive. How can I calm down? The person they said is probably Sasuke. Let me go, I want to ask him to clarify. Enough, Naruto, I'm the captain now, you have to listen to me. What's the matter? We'll talk about it when we meet the leaders of Xingyan village. But, I get it. Naruto was about to say something, but after seeing Neji's serious expression, he was still obedient. Soon, Ayu took Ninki and the others to a building in the center of the village, which was the Xingying office building in Xingyan village. We're here, Lord Xingying is inside, come in with me. Aang said to Naruto and the others, then opened the door and walked in first. Let's go. Neji greeted Naruto and Xiao Li, and followed Aang into the office building. In the Xingying office building, Sha Xing, the fourth generation Xingying, was sitting on a chair behind his desk and closed his eyes. He opened his eyes when he heard Tokyo. Aang, you're back, hard work. Are they the ninjas sent by Konoha? Please ask them to sit down. Sha Xing said with a smile when she saw Naruto and Neji and the others behind Aang. Yes, Lord Xingying, Aang replied respectfully, and then greeted Naruto and Neji to sit down on the tatami next to the room. After Chen left Xingyan village a few days ago, Sha Xing also told the ninjas in Xingyan village about the secrets of the year, as well as Hongxing's ambition and the dangers of star training. Juvenile Hoshi ninja's body was confirmed, and finally Hoshihide's ninjas together asked Sha Xing to be their fourth generation star shadow, and Aang forgave his mother after learning the truth. However, in front of outsiders, he did not call Sha Xing his mother, but respectfully called her Lord Xingying. Guests from Konoha, hello. I'm the fourth generation of Xingying from Xingyan village, Sha Xing. Sha Xing introduced himself with a smile after seeing Ningji and the others seated. Xingying, isn't it only the leaders of the 5 major ninja villages who can be called shadows? Naruto said in surprise. That's not the case, we didn't lose to you. Although our village is still very small, one day it will be on par with the 5 great ninja villages and become a real star shadow. Hearing Naruto's words, Aang immediately stood up to Naruto. Retorted. Stop talking. Sha Xing waved to Aang, motioning him to sit down. Chi. Seeing Shazing's words, Aang didn't go on, glared at Naruto, and ran out unconvinced. Hey, wait a minute. Naruto hurriedly stood up and chased after him. Sorry, Naruto he. No, it's me who should apologize, it's Aang's rudeness. Ignore Naruto for now, please continue talking, Lord Xingying. I'm sorry, as you said, the ninjas of our Xingyan village are not qualified to be called shadows, because we are too weak. The reason why we were able to have a place in the ninja world at the beginning was entirely because of the stars of our village. Forget it, let's talk about your mission this trip. Did your Hokage-sama tell you anything? Quote. Lord Hokage just explained that we came to investigate who stole the star of Xingyan village. Let us find out the situation by ourselves after we go to Xingyan village. Neji replied. So it is. Please tell us what happened, Lord Xingying. Xing sorted out his emotions, and then said like Ningqi and the others, when you entered the village, you also saw the tragic situation in our village. Do you know what caused this? What is it? Actually, our star was not stolen, but was stolen directly. The other party did not hide his deeds. After coming to our Xingyan village, he bluntly asked us to hand over the star. The result can be imagined. Of course we did not. We will just hand over the star, and the other party will directly attack us after we refuse. What I didn't expect is that the strength of the other party is too strong, and our Xingyan village is not an opponent at all. Helpless, in order to avoid greater casualties, we had no choice but to give the star to the other party, so that the other party could let us go. Quote. Seeing the scene outside, I think the battle must be very brutal. How many people came? Do you know the identity of the other party? Ha, our enemy is just one person. Xing said with a wry smile. Ningqi and the others were surprised by Xing's answer. What? One person? You mean that the other person single-handedly challenged all the ninjas in your Xingyan village, and also? That's right, the other party not only challenged all our ninjas head-on, but also killed most of the ninjas in our Xing ninja village, including the former agent Xingying of our Xingyan village, and destroyed most of us. The village. The other party was too powerful and had no choice but to hand over the star, hoping that he would let us go. The other party was also trustworthy, and after getting the star, he didn't take any action against us and left Xingyan village directly. Then do you know each other's identity? Neji asked quickly after hearing what Xing said. I don't know. Although the other party didn't cover up his face, he didn't have a forehead guard or sign that could identify his identity. But, when the other party was fighting with us, we found the other party's eyes. Yes, riding wheel eyes. That's right, when we fought against us, what the other side showed was the blood succubus that only belonged to your Konoha's Uchiha clan, blood wheel eyes. Is it really Sharingan? Could it be wrong? Tien asked in surprise. Impossible, it's not just what I saw with my own eyes, all the ninjas in our village have seen it. The blood-colored pupils, and 3 black Guyu, can't be wrong. That's really a Sharonin, so the murderer should be Uchiha. Who could it be? After hearing Xing's description, Neji and the others had no choice but to believe it. Who is it? Is it really Sasuke? However, Sasuke's strength should not be that strong. What is going on? P.S. Ask for flowers. Ask for collection. Ask for a reward. Chapter 50. Sasuke who took the blame. I see, no wonder Lord Hokage will give me a graduation photo of Sasuke Uchiha before I set off. It seems that Lord Hokage already knows about it. Neji thought to himself after hearing what Xing said. Lord Xingying, can you tell the approximate age of the ninja with the wheel-shattering eye? Neji asked Xing. Age? It should be around 13 or 4 years old, about the same age as you. Xing said a little embarrassedly. After all, their Xingyan village was destroyed by a young boy, and all their ninjas. It's really shameful that they can't help each other. What? At the same age as us? How is this possible? Tien exclaimed on the side. Humph. Although I really don't want to admit it, this incident has already made our Xingyan village look pale. Am I going to joke about the honor and disgrace of our Xingyan village? Sha Xing frowned and said a little unhappily. Sorry. Seeing that Sha Xing was already angry, Tian apologized quickly. Could it really be him? Neji thought to himself, and then saw that he took out a folded piece of paper from his pocket, and Neji spread it out. The paper turned out to be Sasuke Uchiha's ninja profile, and there was a photo of Sasuke on it. This is Sasuke's ninja file. Neji, how can you have this? Seeing the paper that Neji took out, Tian leaned over curiously and found that it was Sasuke's ninja file, and asked in confusion. This was given to me by Hokage-sama before we set off. She should know what happened here. It seems that she asked us to come and check. Verify. You mean this may have been done by Sasuke Uchiha? This. Tian was once again shocked. Looks like you already have someone you suspect. Sha asked after listening to Neji and Tian's conversation. Lord Xingying, look at the person in this photo. Is the person you said attacking Xingyan village? Neji walked up to Sha Xing and handed Sasuke's ninja file to Sha Xing. Sha took the paper, saw Sasuke's photo at a glance, and immediately showed an angry expression. It's him, this devil, can't be wrong. Uchiha Sasuke, he really is your Konoha's Uchiha. Damn, could it be that you, Konoha, ordered it? It turned out to be Sasuke Uchiha. How is this possible? It's only been half a month since he defected. How could his strength become so strong in such a short period of time? Confirmed by Sha Xing, Neji he was very shocked. It was very difficult for him to accept his peers who took the Chunin exam together half a month ago. How could it be possible? Sasuke is just a genin just like us. How could he be the murderer who destroyed Xingyan village? Well, you shouldn't admit your mistake, right? Tian on the side obviously couldn't believe it was Sasuke's doing. Chinoin. Impossible, the strength shown by that demon is not even a match for me. The strength of Junin, are you questioning me? Sha Xing was not as calm as before, and asked Neji and the others, or say, you Konoha want to cover him up? Master Xingying, calm down first, think about it. If we want to cover up him, we won't give you his photo. Let's not say whether this is what Sasuke Uchiha did. Even if it is really him, that was not ordered by us Konoha, and we couldn't possibly cover him up, because Sasuke Uchiha had defected from the village half a month ago. He is a traitor wanted by Konoha, and his actions are not related to us. Konoha has nothing to do with it. Although it was our Konoha's fault that we didn't catch the rebellion, we can't blame all the rebellion's crimes on our Konoha. Neji retorted to Sha Xing. Rebel? You mean this Uchiha Sasuke is Konoha's rebel? That's right, Uchiha Sasuke betrayed Konoha half a month ago, so Konoha didn't know what he did. Half a month ago, which means that he came to our Xingyan village after he defected. Sha Xing frowned and said. Neji said, we still don't know if Uchiha Sasuke did it. After all, we didn't see it with our own eyes, and this is really incredible. Uchiha Sasuke joined us in the Chunin selection half a month ago. In the exam, his strength is only at the level of Chunin at most. How could his strength increase to the point where he can defeat Jonin in just a few days? It is unbelievable, so we can't conclude yet. This matter that's what Sasuke Uchiha did. But we will report this matter to Hokage-sama, and we Konoha will investigate this matter clearly, and then we will give an explanation to Hoshihide. When Konoha catches Sasuke Uchiha after that, be sure to inform Lord Xingying to come to our Konoha interrogation. Quote. Since that's the case, Sha was about to say something, but at this moment, Naruto who had just chased Aang hurriedly pushed open the door and rushed in. Aang also followed behind him. Ningji, Sasuke Naruto just wanted to say something. Okay Naruto, don't be rude. Neji scolded Naruto. No, Neji, listen to me. Enough, Naruto, if you have anything to do, wait until you go back. But, oops, seeing Neji's serious expression, Naruto had to hold back what he wanted to say for a while. I am sorry, Lord Xingying. Naruto is always so frizzy, please don't take offense, Lord Xingying. Neji said apologetically to Sha Xing. Haha, it's okay. Shashing looked at Naruto thoughtfully, then said to Ninki and the others, "Okay, I think you must be tired from the long journey today, I'll let you go first. Let someone take you down to rest. We are indeed a little tired, so I will trouble Master Xingying. Aang, take the guests of Konoha to rest." Shashing ordered to Aang below. "Yes, Lord Xingying." Aang bowed to Shashing, then turned to Ninki and the others and said, "Come with me." After speaking, he walked out of the room. "Lord Xingying, we are leaving." Ninki and others also saluted Shashing, and then followed Aang out of Xingying's office. Soon, Aang took Ninki and the others to a room, and said to them, "You should stay here tonight. I'm sorry, because the village is still being rebuilt, so the houses are limited, so I'm sorry for the four of you. Live together." "It's okay, that's fine. Thank you. Then I won't disturb your rest. I'll come over to call you during dinner, so I'll go first." Aang turned around and left after speaking. After watching Aang leave, Neji also pushed open the door and walked in. There were exactly 4 beds in the room, and a table and 4 chairs were placed in the middle of the room. After the 4 entered the room, the door was closed, and they gathered at the table to discuss. "Ningji, why didn't you tell me just now?" Naruto shouted as soon as he sat down. "I know what you want to say, it's a matter of writing round eyes." "That's right, I just learned something from Aang, that a few days ago, a ninja with a wheel-shattering eye attacked their village and stole their star, and that person even had a wheel-shattering eye. Will it have something to do with Sasuke?" It turned out that Naruto caught up with Aang and talked to Aang just now. Since both of them have the same dream and want to be the shadow of the village, they both understand each other. In the end, the two became friends, and Naruto also learned from Aang. "I learned what happened when Xingyan village was attacked. However, he didn't suspect Sasuke in the first place, but thought about someone else, so he hurried over to tell Neji what he had heard. Just now I took the photo of Sasuke to ask Master Xingying for confirmation. She said, the person who attacked their Xingyan village is the person in the picture." "Nani? It's impossible, absolutely impossible. P.S. Ask for flowers. Ask for collection. Ask for a reward." Chapter 51, Guessing. After Neji said those words, Naruto immediately jumped up from the chair and retorted, "Impossible, Sasuke wouldn't do such a thing, and Sasuke couldn't possibly have that kind of strength. There must be some misunderstanding. We still don't know what happened to this matter, but there is no need for the people of Xingyan village to lie to us. We should report this matter to Lord Naruto before making a conclusion. In short, rest first. Tomorrow morning, we will say goodbye to Lord Star Shadow and return to Konoha. However, this matter has not been found out yet. How can you just leave like this?" Naruto said unwillingly. "Naruto, we must report this matter to Tsunade-sama as soon as possible," and the other party left after taking the star of Xingyan village. No one knows where he is at all. Now the only clue is Sasuke. Damn, although Naruto was very unwilling, he had no choice but to hammer the table and let out a breath. After that, the 4 of them chatted in the room, and Aang came to invite them to dinner not long after, and after dinner, they went back to the room to rest. The night was silent, and the next morning, Neji took Naruto and the others to Xingying's studio to say goodbye to Shashing, but before leaving, Neji also asked Shashing some questions, and Xing called a Xing come to let Neji and the others understand the situation, that Xing Ren was just when Chen came to Xingying village and was forced by Chen to ask about Xing's whereabouts. Just when Chen was about to kill him, Hong Xing appeared, and then he was thrown away by Chen. Saved a life, and also watched the battle between Chen and Hong Xing and others from beginning to end. In the end, Neji and the others also learned a few pieces of information about Chen, among them Lei Dun, Chidori, Spiramaru, and Susanoo. After learning this information, Ninki and others also departed for Konoha with Sha Xing's farewell. After returning to Konoha, several people first came to Naruto's studio to submit the task. Hokage-sama, Grandma Tsunade. Well, you guys are back, how's the investigation going? After seeing a few people coming in, Tsunade put down the documents in his hand and asked Ninki and the others. We have already checked with Xingying from Xingyan village. After I handed Sasuke's file to Xingying, she decided that Sasuke was the one who took the star. Uchiha, Sasuke. I can't be sure that it is Sasuke Uchiha, but from the information provided by Hoshiin village, there is an 80% possibility. Is that so? Yes, Neji continued, because he not only has a wheel-shaking eye, but also performs a kind of thunder ninjutsu, which is characterized by making a harsh noise, like hundreds of birds chirping at the same time. It should be the Chidori that Sasuke used to perform, but what is puzzling is that Sasuke, who was only half a month ago, was only at the level of Chunin. How could his strength increase so much in a short period of time? Although I don't know what happened, I think it has something to do with Orochimaru. He has always been keen to experiment with various forbidden techniques. Perhaps it was what Orochimaru did to Sasuke that allowed Sasuke to be able to do it in just a few days. To that extent, quote, what about the giant skeleton that Xingyan village mentioned? Tien asked curiously. Giant skeleton. What gigantic skeleton? It was Sasuke that when he attacked Xingyan village, he summoned a giant skeleton made of chakra to wrap him. It is said that the power displayed by that skeleton is desperate, whether it is a ninjutsu attack or a physical attack. It can't break through its defense. Not only that, the skeleton also has super attack power, like a demon. With this powerful ninjutsu, Sasuke almost destroyed the entire Xingyan village. Neji Shang Tsunade explained. The skeleton condensed by chakra. I seem to have heard of it somewhere. Tsunade, who was pondering, suddenly changed his expression, as if thinking of something, and stood up suddenly. His face also showed a surprised expression. Could it be that what Grandpa said? This is absolutely impossible, I must be wrong. Tsunade's reaction shocked Ninki and the others, and Naruto quickly asked, Mother-in-law Tsunade, what's the matter with you? Mute. Immediately issue a notice to the ninja world, and designate Uchiha Sasuke as an S-class traitor. Also notify all ninjas in the village. If there is any news about Uchiha Sasuke, you must notify the village as soon as possible, if you go out to perform tasks. The Jinnin discovered the whereabouts of Uchiha Sasuke, and he must bring Uchiha Sasuke back alive. If he can't capture it alive, then he will kill and bring back Uchiha Sasuke's head. S-class betrayal. That's the kind of betrayal that caused great harm to the village. Only then would he be convicted of being an S-class. Do you really want to do this? Mute said in surprise. Nah, mother-in-law, how can you convict Sao Kyusuke as a traitor? He is our 7th class comrade, so he wants to kill him on the spot. I will never allow you to do this. Hearing Gang Hand actually wanted to convict Sasuke as S-class treason, Naruto couldn't sit still, jumped out and shouted at Tsunade. Naruto, shut up. Mute, why are you still standing there? Why don't you hurry up? Yes, Tsunade-sama. Tsunade yelled. Mute came back to his senses, and then hurriedly ran outside the Hokage studio. Wait a minute. Naruto still wanted to stop the Mute, but the Mute didn't stop, and in a blink of an eye, he walked out of the Hokage building and left. Naruto, be quiet, I have my own reasons for doing this. This is an order I issued as Hokage, just listen to me. And I did this to bring Sasuke back to Konoha. Otherwise I would not have given the order to be captured alive. But, okay, I still have things to deal with, you all go down. Naruto still didn't give up, and was about to say something, but was interrupted by Tsunade. Mother-in-law. Get down. Tsunade sat back in his seat, then picked up the documents on the table and continued to read without raising his head. At this time, Neji stepped forward and pulled the unwilling Naruto. Naruto, don't disturb Hokage-sama's office, let's go down first. After speaking, he pulled Naruto away. Just after Naruto and Ninji and the others left the office building, Tsunade put down the document in his hand again, and muttered to himself with a solemn expression, I hope my guess is wrong, but if that's true, it must be bring Sasuke Uchiha back to Konoha, no matter what. you can't let Orochimaru get those eyes, otherwise the consequences will be disastrous. And Neji pulled Naruto out of the Hokage studio, but Naruto was obviously not happy and was struggling. Ninji, let me go, I'm going to ask Granny Tsunade why he did this. Naruto shouted as he tried to break free from Neji. Okay Naruto, don't make trouble. Even if you go to Lord Naruto now, she won't pay attention to you. There must be some reason why Lord Naruto would do this that we don't know. Neji advised Naruto. Damn, what's the reason? Why does my mother-in-law have to do this? Naruto said unwillingly. I don't know, but Naruto-sama changed his attitude when I talked about the skeleton ninjutsu performed by Sasuke. I think it has something to do with the ninjutsu performed by Sasuke. Naruto. At this moment, Haruno Sakura came running from a distance and shouted to Naruto. Sakura, why are you here? Just now, Mute-sama. Sasuke's wanted notice was posted on the Naruto bulletin board, and it was written that Sasuke is Konoha's S-class traitor. What's going on? Sakura panted to Naruto, asked. I don't understand Tsunade's mother-in-law, why she did that. We reported the mission to her after we returned from Shingen Village, but when we mentioned a ninja operation performed by Sasuke in Shingen Village, mother-in-law's expression changed. I immediately called Sister Mute to issue the wanted order. I asked her why, but she didn't say anything. What did you say? You said, Sasuke is in Shingen Village. Is it true? Did you see him? Tell me. Haruno Sakura excitedly grabbed Naruto and asked after hearing the news of Sasuke. P.S. I am very sorry, because of an accident at home, I went back to the countryside. Chapter 52. Go to the Land of Wind. Have you seen Sasuke? Tell me quickly. Sakura asked anxiously while swaying Naruto. Little, Sakura, calm down first, let me go first. Sasuke was already gone when we went to Shingen Village, so I didn't meet him at all. Sakura, let go of Naruto first. Said to Sakura. How could this be? Sakura let go of Naruto and said disappointedly. Naruto was about to breathe a sigh of relief, when Haruno Sakura suddenly grabbed him again. What the hell is going on? Tell me everything you know. I understand. After listening to Naruto's words, Haruno Sakura let go of Naruto, and then said to Naruto with a sorry expression and tone. I'm sorry Naruto, I was just too excited, are you alright? I'm fine. Naruto waved his hand to indicate that he was fine, and then the group found a quiet place, and Uninki described what happened in Shingen Village, and so on, so and so. That's the way it is. Basically, it has been confirmed that Sasuke Uchiha did it. After he destroyed Hoshihide Village, he stole the star of Hoshihide Village and lost the news. We also went back to the village and reported to Tsunade-sama. The situation was fine originally, but after listening to the ninja surgery Sasuke performed, it became solemn, and Mute-sama even issued a wanted notice for Sasuke. How could this happen? Impossible. Sasuke can't do such a thing. You must be mistaken. I'm going to find Tsunade-sama. After hearing Neji's words, Haruno Sakura couldn't accept it and shouted. He wanted to go to Tsunade Theory, but was stopped by Neji and the others. It's useless, even if you go to Tsunade-sama, she will ignore you. Naruto protested just now, but he was kicked out by Tsunade-sama, so it's useless for you to go. Then what should I do? Stupid Yi Sakura said anxiously. This matter is an order from Hokage-sama, and we have no way to change it. Damn. After that, the author really didn't want to talk about it anymore, so he let these people go back to their homes early with their own worries. Then, let's talk about the protagonist. On the other side, after leaving the country of bears, Chen rushed towards the country of wind according to the sign on the map. Did you go from here? Why do you feel lost? You've already traveled so many days, why haven't you arrived yet? At this time, Chen was playing with the map in his hand, but he didn't understand it at all. Damn it, the map that the hotel sold me was fake. Chen looked around and found that there was nothing else, so he sighed, folded the map in his hand and put it back in his pocket. Forget it, There is no way. Even if this direction is not the way to the land of wind, keep walking. It's been so long. Find a post station to have a good rest, have a hearty dinner and take a comfortable bath. I've had enough of sleeping in the air these past few days. After unremitting efforts, Chen finally found an official way. If there is an official road, it means that there are many people going, and there will always be people. At that time, you can ask where to go. Sure enough, not long after Chen walked on the official road, he met a group of people. That group of people, old and young, should all be civilians, and Chen did not sense any chakra fluctuations in them. At this time, the group of people were resting in a shady place. They also saw Chen who was alone, and they were a little curious why Chen appeared here alone. I've finally met a living person. I'm almost exhausted. Hurry up and ask where the Wind Kingdom is. When he finally saw someone, Ling Chen's spirit was shaken, and he hurriedly walked towards the crowd. Chen came to the crowd, and the group of civilians also looked at Chen curiously, and Chen politely said to a middle-aged uncle, "Uncle, hello. Young man, where are you going? Why are you alone?" The uncle asked Chen curiously. "Well, uncle, I want to ask, is this place far from the land of wind?" "The country of wind. We just came from there." "Young man, are you going to the country of wind?" "Yes, uncle. How far is it from the land of winds?" "It's not too far. If you follow this official road, you will reach the border of the land of wind in 2 hours, but it's best not to take the official road." "Don't follow the official road." "Why?" Chen asked suspiciously. "Young man, if you want to go to the land of wind, don't go from there, it's dangerous." In the crowd, an old man said to Chen who was going to the land of wind. "Oh, danger. What danger is there?" Chen asked the old man. "You don't know, 2 very powerful robbers have recently come to the mountain in front of them to rob passers-by. The people who were robbed were either killed or taken captive to the mountain for their enjoyment. Very cruel. I heard that both robbers are ninjas," the old man said in fear. "Oh, ninja. Yeah, I heard that one of these 2 powerful ninjas is called the Winter Lion King and the other is called Yilang. They both have a very special preference." "A special preference? What kind of preference?" Chen asked curiously. "These 2 ninjas only like men, but they are not interested in women. If there are women among the targets of their robbery, they will kill all women. If it is a good-looking man, they will be taken to the mountain by them." Playing around. I heard that the 2 ninjas were originally from the same ninja village. They both liked each other and showed their affection in the village every day, but the people in the ninja village couldn't stand their disgusting behavior, so they brought them together. "Drive out." "Young man, I think he looks so handsome. If they see it, he will definitely be kidnapped up the mountain and humiliated 100 times. So you should change your way." The old man persuaded Chen kindly. "What? Isn't this gay?" Chen was startled at this time, but this kind of creature is not uncommon in the 21st century, so Chen was just a little surprised. However, this love is really everywhere, even in Hokage, there are their figures. Chen Wuyu secretly said. "Gay guy, what are you talking about, boy? You should listen to my father. If you walk further ahead, you will see a path to the left of the official road, and you can also reach the land of winds from there. It takes twice as long as the official road, but the road is very safe, and we came from there." The uncle on the side said to Chen. "I see, thank you uncle for reminding me, I will be careful." "You're welcome, we just moved our mouths and didn't help you." "Well, we've had enough rest, it's time to hurry. Boy, be careful yourself, you must remember, don't go wrong, otherwise, you will definitely be kidnapped to the mountain and humiliated 100 times. 100 times. Ah, I see, thank you uncle." Chen thanked the uncle and the old man, and then continued on the road in the direction pointed by the uncle. Chen followed the official road, and it didn't take long for him to reach the intersection of the small road mentioned by the uncle. Chen just glanced at the small road and continued to follow the official road, without any thought of taking the small road. "Let me take a detour for 4 more hours. What a joke, I have to go to the land of wind before it gets dark." I have been sleeping and sleeping in the wind for the past few days, and I finally got here. I don't want to waste time. We're on our way, isn't it just a few days? They'd better not jump out and disgust me, or I'll do it for heaven and burn them to death. Chen thought to himself. After that, Chen Ben was alone on the official road, and he never met another person along the way. It is estimated that he was frightened by the names of the two gay men, so they all walked down the road. The broad official road was empty, and only Chen was on his way. Just after Chen walked for about an hour, he suddenly sensed a situation not far ahead. There is an ambush. Is it a robber? But if it is a robber, why do I only sense 4 people? 2 elite chunin, the other 2 have no chakra fluctuations, they should be just ordinary people. In Chen's induction, not far ahead, there are 4 people ambushing on both sides of the official road. Could it be that there are only 4 people in this group of robbers? Or maybe 2 of these 4 people are the gays that the uncle said. I actually met them. Yo hoo hoo, Brother Dong, I didn't expect that before we left here, we would be able to meet such a handsome young man, how wonderful. P.S. Thanks to the 2 good friends, Lion King Winter and Yi Lang, for their friendly cameo. Chapter 53, Burning a Pair of Gays. Chen was walking alone on the way to the Land of Wind, when he suddenly noticed a movement in front of him, and then there was a disgusting sound. Yo hoo hoo, Brother Dong, I never thought that before we left here, we could meet such a handsome young man. It's wonderful. This sound was like the sound of a duck stepping on its neck, piercing. She is as sharp as a woman but not soft, just like the voice of the eunuch in the TV series that Chen watched in her previous life. As soon as the words fell, 2 people walked out on both sides of the official road in front of Chen, to be precise, 4 men, but 2 of them were crawling on the ground like a dog, and they had a dog collar around their necks. A chain was tied and then held by the 2 of them who were standing. Looking at the 2 standing people, they were wearing the forehead guards of the Grass Ninja Village on their heads. A horizontal line was drawn across the pattern in the middle of the forehead guards, which represented that they were the rebels of the Grass Ninja Village. From the data presented by the Eye of Data, Chen learned that both of them had the strength of an elite chunin, while the eyes of the 2 men crawling on the ground were blank and dull, as if they were walking dead without a soul. Apart from being a little handsome, Chen didn't feel that they had any strength, they should be just ordinary civilians. He's really handsome. Look at his small appearance, and his weak body, I'm really itching to see him, I can't wait to take good care of him. One of the 2 elites, the ninja with a long beard, looked at Chen with a dazed expression, and said with a wicked smile. Oh, Brother Dong is always in such a hurry. Really, don't be so rude, it will frighten our cute little sweetheart. Another chunin pretended to be shy and made a harsh, high-pitched voice. The one just now spoke like a eunuch, and it was he who sent it. However, it's really disgusting for a big man to pretend to be a shy woman. No matter how you look at it, it's disgusting. Ha 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 tilde my little girl Yi Lang, don't you like my roughness the most? The bearded man turned his head, raised his hand and pinched the chin of the grass ninja named Yi Lang, teasingly said. Oh, Brother Dong, you are so annoying. You are bad when you say that, you are bad. The ninja named Yi Lang patted off the hand of the beard, and then like a shy girl, he held his face in his hands and twisted his body. This originally cute action appeared on the body of a big man, it was really disgusting. Okay, Yi Lang little darling, let's take this cute little guy back first, let's take good care of him. These 2 gays showed their affection in front of Chen like no one else, completely ignoring the petrified Chen, and then walked towards Chen, wanting to take Chen away. I'm going. Is this the gay couple that uncle said? Vomit tilde. Bastard, it's so disgusting, give it to me. Seeing the pair of gays actually walking towards him, Chen was shocked and came back to his senses. Chen, who was disgusted to the extreme, turned on the kaleidoscope and stared directly at him. The 2 gays saw bright red blood suddenly flow out of Chen's right eye. Immediately afterwards, a black flame appeared out of thin air on the bodies of the 2 gay men who had not yet reflected it. It was an ability of the kaleidoscope shaker, Amaterasu. Chen was really disgusted by the two gay guys in front of him. In his mind, he only thought that he must burn the gay guys to death, and make the disgusting gay guys disappear as soon as possible, preferably without leaving any scum. So I didn't think about it that much. I directly opened the writing wheel to the kaleidoscope, and performed the so-called strongest physical attack on them, Amaterasu that can burn everything up. What is this? It's so annoying. The Kusanagi named Yi Leng hadn't figured out the situation, and after finding the flame on his body, he reached out and tried to slap the fire on his body. The results are predictable. Amaterasu is known as the strongest physical attack in the original work, and only those with open eyes in the kaleidoscope can use it. Summons a black flame from the center of the sun where the kaleidoscope shaker's horizon is focused, burning everything and never going out until its target is destroyed. Therefore, not only did that Kusanagi not put out the flames on his body, but ignited his own palm instead. These fires. What the hell is going on with these fires? Why can't they be put out? So painful, so hot. Help me, Brother Dong, save me. It's a pity that his beloved Brother Dong is also unable to protect himself at this time, because the black Amaterasu also appears on his body, and he has no time to care about him. Damn, it's you. You did it. What the hell did you do to us? Hurry up and take back these black flames for me, hurry up. The bearded ninja named Winter Lion King already understood that these black flames were Chen made a ghost, roaring and rushed towards Chen. Humph! Chen snorted coldly after seeing the grass ninja rushing towards him, but Chen didn't make a move, because he didn't want to touch that gay guy. So I moved to midair, avoided the gay guy, and then with the moon step, I just stood in the sky and looked down at the two gay guys who were burned by Amaterasu. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Please, please spare me, please spare me. At this time, the gay named Yi Leng had been burned to the ground by Amaterasu's flames. Rolling and wailing, he was soon burned to death. It didn't take long for both of them to be silent, and they were directly burned to death. And just after the two died, the Amaterasu flames on them were still not extinguished, and continued to burn on them until they were both burned to ashes. Not even the ashes were left, they were all burned by the terrifying Amaterasu, and there really wasn't even a slag left. Ding! The host kills 2 elite chunin. Reward points, 2,000, all points of the host are 78,000. Damn gays, they came out to disgust me. It's unforgivable that they dared to hit me on the head. It's really self-defeating. After the two gays were burned to the ground, Chen Yi landed on the ground from the air, and took back the Amaterasu fire that was still burning on the ground after burning the gay. Dead. Those two devils dead. Just when the two gay guys were burned to the point where there was no slag left, the two men who were crawling on the ground and put on dog collars suddenly had a look on their dull faces. They all showed incredible and excited expressions. Woo tilde they are dead, those two beasts are really dead, we finally got rid of the torture of these two beasts, we are saved. The two collared men were already weeping with joy, shouted excitedly. These two people are ordinary civilians. When they were passing by, they were unfortunately kidnapped by the pair of gays to their den and became their slaves for their enjoyment. From then on, their nightmare began. Those two collared men lived with chrysanthemum, harmonious, flowers and full of bruises every day. And the pair of gays are extremely perverted and cruel. If they are the male slaves who are tired of them, they will be brutally tortured and killed by them. Originally, the two collared men thought that their fate was the same as those of the former male slaves. After being tired of being played by the two gay men, they would be brutally killed. They could not escape at all. The two collared men were already desperate. Because the two gays were too powerful, there were several waves of ninjas to crusade against the gays, but they were easily defeated by the two gays, and then killed by the gays. But today, the gay couple was finally wiped out, and they were free. Of course, they also know that all this is thanks to that young man. Since the ferocious name of the pair of gays had already spread, no civilians dared to pass by here again. Originally, the two gays planned to leave here today and go to other places. It's just unfortunate today that they met Chen before they left, and they were so immortal that they even hit Chen's head, so they paid the price with their lives. At this time, the two collared men came to Chen, then knelt on the ground and kowtowed a few times to Chen. "Thank you, sir. If it wasn't for the adults who killed these two beasts, I actually cried." Looking at the two collared men lying on the ground crying, Chen frowned. "It's so noisy, shut up." When the two collared men heard Chen's roar, they immediately shut their mouths in fright and looked at Chen in horror, not daring to make another sound. "I ask you, you should know where those two guys' nests are. Those two gays have been robbers here for so long, they should have robbed a lot of money, of course Chen won't let it go." The two collared men immediately understood Chen's thoughts, and nodded quickly. One said, "Yes, we know where their old nest is, and I also know where they hid the money they looted, my lord." "Very well, take me there." "Yes, my lord." Then, the two collared men led the way and walked towards the gay couple's nest. P.S. Ask for flowers, ask for collection. Ask for a reward. Chapter 54. I didn't think of a title for the time being. After Chen used the fire of Amaterasu to burn the two gay guys who showed their affection to the point where no slag was left, he let the two male slaves lead the way to the lair of the two gay robbers. Not long after, Chen was taken to a small cottage by the two male slaves. This cottage is not big and very simple, just surrounded by some tree stumps. "Sir, we're here, and the two scumbags' lair is ahead." The two male slaves ran to Chen's face and said respectfully, "Why is it so quiet? Could there be no one in the cottage?" Looking at the quiet cottage, Chen asked suspiciously. "The adults do not know, those two perverts have such disgusting hobbies, and no one wants to follow them at all, so they don't even have a subordinate. Originally, there were many men in Shanzai who were kidnapped by them and insulted by them. But they all killed them, so now there is no one in this cottage." "Humph. So that's the case. Since that's the case, then hurry in and help me find the treasures of those two garbage." "Yes, my lord, I know where their treasures are, so I'll take you there." Then, Chen followed the two male slaves into the humble cottage. There was nothing else in this small cottage except for 2 or 3 wooden huts. A male slave Shangchen explained, "The largest wooden house is the room of the two robbers. The other 2 are used to imprison the men who were caught up the mountain by them." "Humph, don't tell me this nonsense, I have no interest in this place at all. Quickly tell me the 2 places where the garbage is stored." Chen coldly snorted, interrupting the male slave's words, and then became impatient. Said, "Yes, I'm sorry, my lord. Let's go and dedicate the treasure of the 2 robbers to you." After saying that, the 2 hurried into the largest wooden house, and they moved out of the wooden house not long after a large wooden house. The iron box was placed under Chen's feet. "My lord, the things that the 2 robbers robbed are all placed in this box, but the box has been locked by the 2 robbers, and the key is on them, and the 2 robbers have been locked by the 2 robbers. Burned to death, I am afraid this key has also been burned to ashes." Humph. Chen didn't say a word, just stretched out his hand to hold the lock, and then pulled it hard to pull the lock off. Ignoring the surprise of the 2 male slaves, he opened the box by himself. After opening the box, I found that all the things in the box were some gold and silver jewelry, ring jewelry, a stack of silver notes and some silver. Looking at the money in the box, Chen's mood of being destroyed by the gay pair also improved. "It's a good harvest, I didn't expect those 2 garbage to save so much money, they must have robbed them. Robbery is indeed a very lucrative profession." And the 2 male slaves looked at the self-care treasure with greed in their eyes, but because the powerful Chen was standing next to him, and Chen was also their benefactor, so they both restrained their desires and didn't do anything at all. Dare to beat the idea of those treasures. Fortunately, they restrained themselves and didn't do anything stupid, otherwise Chen wouldn't mind killing 2 more people. Chen glanced at the 2 male slaves, then took out a few pieces of silver from the box and threw it to them. The 2 quickly caught the silver thrown by Chen and said in disbelief, "Sir, this is... For the sake of you leading the way for me, the money will be given to you." "You 2, take the money and leave quickly. Thank you, my lord. Thank you, my lord. The two of them hurriedly thanked Chen with the money in their hands. Originally, they didn't expect Chen to share the money with them. They just didn't expect that Chen unexpectedly exceeded their expectations, which made them flattered. Okay, don't be wordy, let's go. Chen waved his hand and said impatiently. Yes, let's go right away. Your lord, take care. The two bowed to Chen again, and then left with great gratitude. After the two left, Chen was the only one left in the cottage. At this time, Chen was rummaging through the box of treasures, trying to see what valuables were there. It's just some gold and silver jewelry. It should be able to exchange a lot of silver taels, but how do I bring these things? Looking at the big box, Chen felt a little bit troubled. System, do you have any space props or skills that can store things? No way, Chen had to ask the system for help. Answer the host. According to the host's request, the system provides two options. The first one is to exchange a Na ring, which can store any dead thing, and the time in the Na ring is static and will not pass with the outside world. Even if the host is in the a lump of feces that has just been excreted is stored in the Naji, and it will be taken out after 10 years. The feces will still be steaming and still so fresh. Moreover, the Naji can be bound by dripping blood. Note, Najing belongs to items can be lost, please keep them properly. Quote. Damn, what metaphor, I'm not interested anymore. What about the other one? The other is to exchange a space skill and open up a space by yourself. This space can not only store dead objects, but also bring living objects into the space. This space is not time static. However, the passage of time in the space. But it is decided by the host, the maximum is 10 times, that is to say, the host can control the passage of time in the space and contrast with the outside world, 10 days in the space, but only 1 day in the outside world. The size of the space is the same as that of the host. The strength is in contrast. The stronger the host is, the larger the space will become. The host is so powerful that he can even open up a world by himself. Moreover, this space belongs to the skill category, so the host does not need to worry about losing it. Oh, can you create a space yourself? Not only can you store living things, but 10 days in the space is equal to 1 day in the outside world. If you use it as a training place, wouldn't it be against the sky? Very good, this is exactly what I am. I need it. As expected of a system, even something so defiant as the law of time can be exchanged. The strong system, only the host can't think of it, no system can't do it. Let's talk about how many points you need first, and open the exchange interface for those two exchange items. Chen ordered the system. Na ring, item type, props, item level, S grade, need to exchange points, 10,000. Na ring is a kind of space ring that can store physical objects. The time inside the space is static, no matter what items are stored, it will not expire. Exchange. Unknown space skill can't think of a suitable name for the time being, please help me name it. Can store living creatures, and can adjust the time ratio. The stronger the strength, the larger the space. Item type, talent, item level, S level, required redeem 50,000 points. Quote. Don't think about it, exchange that unknown space skill for me. Ding, the exchange is successful, 5,000 points are deducted, and the host's remaining points, 38,000. Quote. As soon as the system's voice fell, there was a warm current. What's the matter? I don't want to use this meme. Then there was a piece of information about that space in my mind. Okay, let's see what's going on inside the space first. Chen said with a thought, and the whole person slowly disappeared out of thin air. At the same time, the box on the ground disappeared. Chapter 55. Arrive at Sandian Village. Chen looked around in the exchange space. I found that this space is quite large, about the size of 2 football fields, but there is nothing around it, an empty space. System, didn't you say that this space can become a world in the future? Why is there nothing here? Because the host has not exchanged the origin of various elements, there is still nothing in the space, which is what the host sees now. Elemental origin. What is that? Simply put, if the source of elements is exchanged, the space can be transformed. If the host exchanges the source of soil, then the host will have land in the space, and if the source of water is exchanged, water will be produced in the space. So troublesome. Then tell me how many points an element source needs. Elemental origin. Item type. I don't know what the hell. Item level. S level. Need to exchange points. 10,000. Quote. 10,000 points. Fortunately, it's not a huge sky-high price. I'll redeem it after I earn points. Now this space has no other use for me other than storing things. Then Chen continued from there in the box. He took out a little silver note and put it next to him, and planned to exit this space. After that, Chen also left the cottage and headed towards the country of wind. After walking for almost 2 hours, he finally came to the border of the country of wind. Looking at the endless desert, Chen couldn't help but feel helpless. Alas, I've only reached the border now. I don't know how long it will take to reach the inn or the small town. Although the land of the wind is vast, it is the largest country in the 5 kingdoms of ninjas, but the desert occupies most of the land. There is not much rainfall in a year. Citizens build villages in oases in the desert and live there. Trade with the Fire Nation is also very popular. It is an ally of the Fire Nation. No way, Chen can only complain, but the road still has to hurry. Fortunately, Chen didn't go a long way, and encountered another caravan. It was a caravan from the kingdom of Chuan, who came to the kingdom of Wind to do business. Before dark, Chen saw a small town and got rid of the bitter days of sleeping in the wind. Chen couldn't wait to enter the small town, and then found a hotel in the city to stay. He took a shower in reality, and then had a nice meal. After eating and drinking, he lay down and went to sleep. The next morning, Chen then woke up from his sleep, and after a night of rest, he was in a lot of energy. I handed in a meal at the hotel, and after I was full, I asked the hotel for the direction of Cheyenne village. After getting the answer I wanted, Chen set off on the road again. Ikyo Shukaku. If the 4 generations of Kazekage are the shame of the shadow, then the fellow of the one-tailed Shukaku is the disgrace among the tailed beasts. I feel that the guy is too weak, so Naruto and the psychic toad Bunta, the 2 of them can defeat it together. Maybe it's because the sealing technique of Cheyenne village is not good, so Renjuli can't play the strength of Shuhei. Anyway, no matter what the reason, he is the weakest. Collect tailed beasts, just let's start with it. That's right, the purpose of Chenlai's Land of Wind is to collect Shuhei's chakra and clone Shuhei. After all, in Chen's cognition, Shuhei is the weakest among the tailed beasts, and Gaara, who is a human pillar, is now his strength is not as strong as 3 years later. As long as Gaara is led out of the village, he should be able to catch him. The current Sandian village has just been defeated, and even the 4 generations of Kazekage were killed by Orochimaru, and they surrendered to Konoha. Moreover, the current Gaara is still feared and hated by the village, and the people in the village even want to get rid of it. He's coming fast, so Gaara must have no reinforcements. Izumi Shukaku, I'm determined to win. Chen has already drawn up a plan. In the original book, Gaara was taken away twice. The first time was because people in the country of craftsmen kidnapped Gaara's student, a little girl named Sasaki, and used it to blackmail Gaara. If it was the previous Gaara, he would definitely not care about the lives of others, but after the baptism of Naruto's mouth, it has changed. In order to save his student, Gaara decided to go after the enemy. For some unknown reason, except for Gaara's sister Tamari and brother Kankuro who helped Gaara, there was no ninja in the huge Sandian village, and finally had to ask Konoha for support. The second time was taken away by the art duo organized by Shao, Deidara and the Scorpion of the Red Sand. At that time, Gaara did not dare to make a big move in order to prevent the village from being further damaged. In passive defense, he was finally kidnapped by Deidara and Scorpion. It should be quite simple, as long as you catch a few Cheyenne, and then nominate Gaara to come. Gaara who is eager to clean up will definitely take the bait. Thinking of this, Chen speeded up and rushed towards Cheyenne village. After a period of fast travel, Chen came to the canyon in Cheyenne Village, which is known as One Line of Heaven. The canyon is the only way to enter Cheyenne, which is easy to defend and difficult to attack. Just go through this canyon to reach the Sandy Village. At this time, there are several ninjas from Sandian Village guarding the Tianishan Canyon. It's here, the first line of the Sandian Village is in front, and only a few Chunin are sent to guard such an important place. The defense work is as bad as Konoha. Is it because of the name of the 5 ninja villages? No one dares to provocative. Why is the guard so sloppy? Chen secretly thought in his heart as he walked towards the first line of heaven. Chen didn't intend to hide himself, so he walked over so swaggeringly. Soon, Cheyenne's guards also found Chen, and they stepped forward and asked, "You are not from this village, are you going to enter our village? In that case, you must register first." "Register? No need, I'm here to find someone, and I'll be leaving soon." "Looking for someone? Even if you are looking for someone, you have to register, and our ninjas can help you find the person you are looking for." "Who are you looking for?" "I'm looking for Sandstorm. Gaara." Chen sneered and said Gaara's name. "What?" As soon as they heard Gaara's name, the expressions of the guards changed. The expressions that were still casual changed instantly. There was fear, but also hatred and disgust. But without exception, their eyes showed a solemn look. Are you looking for Gaara? Who are you? What do you want to do with Gaara?" a guard asked very seriously. After all, Gaara's identity in Cheyenne is very sensitive. He is from Cheyenne Village. "Renzuli, you don't need to worry about it, you just need to report it." "Wait a minute." At this moment, a sand ninja suddenly pointed at Chen and exclaimed, "I know who he is Konoha's S-level rebel ninja, Uchiha Sasuke. I have seen his wanted notice. Must not be wrong, he looks exactly the same as the one on the wanted list, he is Sasuke Uchiha." "What?" Upon hearing what Sha Ninja said, the other Cheyenne were all startled, then jumped away instantly, keeping a distance from Chen, and at the same time took out Kuu and held it in his hand, vigilant. Staring at Chen. After all, it is S rank. Only some people who have committed appalling crimes will be designated as S rank. Rebels at that level are all vicious criminals. Uchiha Sasuke. S-class rebellion. Oh, it seems that they regard me as Sasuke, but when did Sasuke become S-class rebellion? It doesn't seem to be the case in the original book. Could it be that I'm on the star? The thing that Hidden Village did, that's why the Konoha people were convicted of being an S-class traitor, and they seem to ignore me directly and let Sasuke take the blame. That must be the case, just let Sasuke lay the gun well, I'm really sorry for him. But I think, he definitely won't mind this. Chen secretly said in his heart. He is Konoha's S-class traitor Uchiha Sasuke. What happened to Konoha's people? Even such a small traitor can't be caught, and he was even convicted as an S-level traitor. A sand shinobi said puzzled. However, since this Konoha's rebellion has appeared on the territory of our Cheyenne village, we Cheyenne, as Konoha's allies, why should we help them? Let's rebel and capture it. Indeed. Chapter 56, Blackmail Gaara. He's Konoha's S-class traitor Uchiha Sasuke. What happened to Konoha's people? Even such a small traitor couldn't be caught, and he was even convicted as an S-rank traitor. Humph. That's Konoha's own business, but we Cheyenne and Konoha are allies now, and Konoha's rebellion dares to appear in front of us, then we will catch it and hand it over to Konoha. Shinobu said. Haha, the S-level treason that Konoha couldn't catch, was caught by our Cheyenne village. Doesn't this prove to the ninja world that our Cheyenne is more powerful than Konoha? Ha ha ha. Another NASA shinobu shouted excitedly. Yes, that's it. We want everyone in the shinobi world to know that those who Konoha can't catch are caught by us, Sandy, who are more powerful than Konoha. In response, they all clamored to catch Chen. The sand ninjas were all dazzled by the vanity, and they never thought that people who could be convicted as S-rank rebels, could they be able to deal with them. Have you finished the discussion? Chen became impatient and said. Hey, heaven has a way, you don't go, hell has no door, you can cast yourself, Uchiha Sasuke, you are Konoha's rebellion, and we, Sandian, as Konoha's ally, are obliged to catch rebellion for Konoha, monster. Just blame yourself for being so stupid that you dare to come to our Cheyenne village. It seems that it is inevitable to do it, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, I plan to do it from the beginning. Humph. It seems that you still don't know your current situation, so surround him and don't let him escape. A sand ninja shouted to his companions. Then, the sand ninjas flashed over in an instant, forming a circle around Chen, blocking Chen's retreat. Let's go. A Sha-Ren took the lead in attacking Shang Chen, dashed in front of Chen with Kuwu in hand, and stabbed Shang Chen. Just when Kunwu wanted this kind of Chen, Chen's figure suddenly disappeared from the sight of Sha Ninja. It's too slow. The Sha-Ren was still unable to respond when Chen's icy voice suddenly came from behind him. The Sha-Ren was startled and instinctively wanted to turn back, but was thrown away by Chen Yi's punch. Fortunately, Chen didn't plan to kill him, so he didn't use the strange force fist. That Sha-Ren just received Chen Ordinary's punch, and he was injured, but he didn't die. Bastard, let's go together. Seeing his companions being sent flying, the sand ninjas were furious, and under the greeting of a sand ninja, they swarmed towards Chen. It's a pity that they are just Chunin guarding the gate, and the person they are facing is a person with the strength of elite Chunin. Several Chunin against an elite Jonin, the result can be imagined. In just a few seconds, they were all maimed by Chen. One by one lay on the ground crying. Quick, let the signal go. A sand endured the pain and shouted. After another sand ninja heard it, he quickly took out a small tube about 10 centimeters long from his arms. This small tube can emit something similar to fireworks, and the sand ninjas use it as a signal. I saw that sand ninja gritted his teeth, insisted, and lifted the small pipe in his hand, just about to turn off the engine. However, Chen grabbed his wrist and squeezed it hard. The sound of bones shattering came from Sand Ninja's wrist. That Sha-Ren let out a miserable scream, and the small pipe in his hand fell to the ground, and Chen Susan stepped on the pipe with one foot. You'd better be good to me. If you inform the village, I'll be in trouble. Sasuke Uchiha, you are already a traitor of Konoha, do you still want to make enemies with us? A sand ninja roared at Chen. Oh, at first, it seemed that you were going to arrest me and hand it over to Konoha, but now they say that you and I have made enemies. But forget it, I don't bother to care about these, so let's make enemies. Anyway, I won't care about that. Chen said with a sneer. Sasuke Uchiha, what do you want to do? You don't need to know what I want to do. Now, you just need to be my hostage, and don't worry about the rest. Chen said to Sha-Ren, then bit his thumb, quickly completed the seal, and continued. Hand pressed to the ground. The art of psychic. Bang! A cloud of white smoke appeared out of thin air where Chen was, and after the white smoke dissipated, the figure of a behemoth was revealed. It is Chen's psychic beast, the poodle. However, the poodle that appeared this time was not Lu Daowang, but another poodle. I saw that this poodle was about the same size as Lu Daowang, and was also wearing armor, but this poodle had a hideous iron mask on its face, and its weapon was not the same machete as Lu Daowang. Head spear with sharp blades on both sides. On the left waist hangs a bound net, and on the right hangs 2 iron rings of unknown use. Long time no see, Lord Chen, is there anything I can do to help? After the poodle came out, he didn't yell like Lu Daowang, but said to Chen very calmly. Long time no see, Sachi. I'm going to trouble you again. Chen greeted the poodle with a smile. This poodle's name is Sachi, a poodle of the same generation as Lu Daowang, slightly older than Lu Daowang, and the only poodle in that generation that can be compared with Erha, and even has the upper hand. It's just that Sachi is different from Erha. He is not aggressive like other poodles, nor is he lawless and violent like Erha, but has a very stable personality. He didn't care about the position of the lion dog's boss, so he didn't compete with Erha for the boss position. Although not that aggressive, but every time there is a battle, he will go all out and be strong, and even Lu Daowang respects him very much. In fact, among the poodles of Erha's generation, there are 3 strongest ones. The first is Ludawang, who is called the Proud Stalker. The second is Sachi, who is known as the Iron Hunter, and the last is Polar Warrior, Ren, who uses two great swords as weapons. The strength is slightly weaker than the previous two. Sachi, tie up those guys on the ground for me and take them away. Chen pointed to the sand ninjas on the ground and said to Sachi. I am happy to serve you. Sachi saluted Chen, then reached out and untied the net hanging around his waist, hitting the sand on the ground into the net one by one. Just when Sachi was about to put the last sand ninja into the net, Chen stopped him. Wait a minute. Leave one for him to report back. Yes, Lord Chen. Sachi put the sand ninja in his hand back to the ground. Chen walked in front of which Sha Ren and said to him, Listen, you go back and tell me I Luo, if you want to save people, before noon tomorrow, give me to the woods 10 miles to the southeast, and I will be there. Where to wait for him? If you dare to let me wait in vain, then there is nothing I can do. I have to kill these guys to vent my anger. Get out. After Chen finished speaking, he ignored that Sha Nin, jumped directly on Sachi's head, and said, Sachi, let's go. Sachi didn't say much. He was wearing a giant net in one hand and a spear in the other, and walked directly in the direction of Chenji. After Chen left, the sand shinobi stood up staggeringly. Damn, Sasuke Uchiha. We sand shinobi won't let you go. I must tell the village about this right now. Go in the direction of the village. That sand ninja returned to the gate of the sand-hidden village with great difficulty, and was immediately discovered by two sand ninjas, who ran over to support it. Hello, what's the matter with you? What the hell happened? I love Luo, I love Luo. The sand in the hand said with difficulty. Gaara, are you saying you're looking for Gaara? Yes, hurry up, take me to Gaara. Sand ninja in that hand said anxiously. Are you looking for me? At this moment, Gaara's voice suddenly came from behind the man. The few sand ren hurriedly looked back and found that Gaara was walking towards them, and there were two people next to him. One was Kankuro and the other was Tamari. Where they were going, they happened to pass by. Here, I suddenly heard that someone was looking for Gaara, so I walked over. Gaara. The two sand ninjas who were supporting the wounded saw Gaara and greeted with a little fear. What's the matter with you? Could it be an enemy attack? Kankuro asked towards the wounded. What happened? You said just now that you were looking for Gaara. Could it be related to Gaara? Tamari also asked nervously. Yes, it's Konoha's rebellion, Sasuke Uchiha. He attacked us and took the other guards away, and he asked me to come back with a message. If we want our people to live, let Gaara go to the southeast. See him in the woods 10 miles away, or we will all be killed. What? Sasuke Uchiha, are you sure? Tamari asked in disbelief. I'm sure, he is exactly the same as the one on Konoha's wanted list. I won't read it wrong. That sand ninja said with certainty. Sasuke Uchiha, why is he looking for Gaara, and he dares to hold us Saiyan hostage? What does he want to do? Kankuro frowned, unable to figure out why. Humph. It turned out to be Sasuke Uchiha. No matter what, immediately send the information to Konoha, and let them immediately send someone to arrest rebel, Sasuke Uchiha. Chapter 57. Konoha Reinforcements. I love Luo, what do you think? Before noon tomorrow, I'll go, Gaara said calmly, without a trace of mood swings. It's too risky, let's tell Mr. Markey first and see what he has to say. No need, I'll take care of this myself. Gaara stopped Kankuro because he knew that even if Kankuro told Sand Shinobi's executives, Sandian's executives would only let Gaara solve it by himself. But, well, I'll accompany you tomorrow. Tamari, you go to Konoha immediately, tell them the news, and let them send someone over immediately to arrest Rinin, Sasuke Uchiha. Kankuro also knew me due to the situation that Era was in Sandian. He also gave up that plan, but he was still worried about Gaara, and expressed that he would go with Gaara. I see, I'm going to Konoha now, you must be careful yourself. Tamari said to Gaara and Kankuro, and then ran out of the village. Okay, let's take him down to heal first, and then rearrange the guards to go to the first line of the sky to guard. Konkuro instructed the sand ninjas, and then left with Gaara. On the other side, Chen took Chen and directed Sachi to walk towards the wood he met on the way to Cheyenne village. Bastard, what do you want to do? What are you going to do with Gaara to arrest us? If you want to blackmail Gaara with this, then you may be disappointed. That guy is a cold-blooded executioner, ruthless and fond. Killing doesn't put anyone's life in his eyes at all. He can't be threatened by you for the unimportant people like us. The Sandian who were caught by Sachi were struggling, desperately trying. Tear the giant net to escape. However, it was all in vain. That giant net was made of special materials by Sachi, and it was extremely strong. It was used to catch powerful prey, and it was impossible for them to break free with a few chunin. I know better than you what kind of person he is, so you don't need to talk about it, you just need to be a hostage honestly. Besides, the best thing you should do now is to pray together that guy will come. Otherwise, you all have to die, Chen said with a sneer. Damn, just let us go. The group of sand ninjas were still struggling and making noise, which made Chen feel very irritable. Then suddenly it occurred to him, doesn't he have a space where living creatures can be put in? Throwing these sand ninjas into that space would make me quiet, wouldn't it? Thinking of this, Chen looked at the few Sharen, his mind moved, and just wanted to bring them all into the space, but it was unsuccessful. Those Sharen were still outside and were not brought into the space by Chen. System, why can't I put these people in the space? Isn't that space capable of storing living things? Chen asked the system after trying several times but still unsuccessful. Answer to the host, if you want to put the target into the space, it must be voluntary for the target to succeed. If the target has a trace of resistance, it cannot be included in the space. I knew it wasn't that cheap, Chen said helplessly. Hearing the system say that, Chen had no choice but to give up the plan to put those people into the space. What Chen didn't know was that just after he left Cheyenne village, Cheyenne's Tamari had already gone to Konoha to rescue soldiers. At night, the residents of Konoha had already fallen asleep. Since no one of Konoha's guards found out when Uchiha Sasuke defected before, the 5 generations of Hokage Tsunade strengthened Konoha's guard. Ichiro Honda is a chunin of Konoha, and he is usually responsible for guarding the gate of Konoha village. Originally today, as usual, he and his companions stood guard at night. Suddenly, the sharp-eyed Honda Ichiro noticed a figure appearing in his sight. The figure was rushing towards them from a distance, which refreshed him. Hey, pay attention, there is a situation ahead. At the Konoha gate, Ichiro Honda hurriedly reminded his companions. The guards were startled, and they all showed alert expressions, and some even took out the signal flares, planning to notify the village immediately if something went wrong. After all, it is already midnight, and the sudden appearance of a person will always make people vigilant. Soon, the figure came to them. It turned out to be a female ninja, and on her forehead was Sand Hidden's forehead guard. Who are you? What do you want to do? A Konoha ninja asked the Sand Ninja. I'm the ninja of Sandian, Tamari. I need to see Naruto-sama in an urgent matter. Bring me in. The woman Sandin was the one who came to Konoha to rescue the soldiers. The direction of the country of fire rushed desperately without stopping, and finally arrived at Konoha when it was dark. You want to see Hokage-sama? Is there something wrong? Yes, I have very important information. I want to see Hokage-sama immediately, hurry up and report it. However, Hokage-sama has rested, you should talk about it tomorrow. Damn, that piece of information is very important. It's about your Konoha's S-class rebel, Sasuke Uchiha. He appeared in our Sandian village and took some of our Sandian's ninjas to threaten us. If we don't have it before noon tomorrow, satisfied his conditions, he will kill the sand ninja who was taken away by him. Tamari shouted excitedly. After all, Chen's condition is to ask Gaara to go to the appointment, and with Gaara's current personality, he will definitely go. No one will. I don't know what Chen will do to Gaara, so Tamari is so anxious. After all, Gaara is his younger brother. Although they used to have a bad relationship, they were even afraid of Gaara. But now Gaara is not the same as before, she has completely accepted the younger brother of Gaara. It turned out to be Sasuke Uchiha. The situation is urgent, and you must report it to Lord Hokage immediately. Honda, take her to Mr. Mute immediately, and Mr. Mute will take her to meet Mr. Hokage. I see, said Honda Ichiro. Soon, Honda brought Temari to the door of a dormitory and knocked on the door. After knocking twice, there was movement in the room, and then came a silent voice. Who is it? Sir Mute, I'm Ichiro Honda, and I have something very important to report. Honda said outside the door. Wait a minute, Mute said, and then there was the sound of Shishi Susuo in the room. It should be wearing clothes. It didn't take long for Mute with a drowsy face to open the door and asked Honda, what important thing has to be said now? I'm sorry, Mute-sama. Due to the emergency, I have no choice but to do this. Honda Taichi quickly explained to Mute. It's alright, let's talk about the urgent matter first. Mute didn't blame Honda, but asked him what happened. Then, Honda asked Temari to repeat what she just said to Mute again. After Mute learned about it, she instructed Honda to go back to stand guard, and she immediately took Temari to find Tsunade. After that, the sleeping Tsunade was also woken up by Mute, and after losing his temper, Tsunade had to resign and bring Mute and Temari to Hokage's office building. Mute, what time is it now? Tsunade sat on the chair behind the desk and asked Mute. Tsunade-sama, it's already 1 o'clock in the morning. It's 1 o'clock. There are still about 10 hours before noon tomorrow. If you drive at full speed, you should be able to reach Sandian village within 10 hours. Tsunade thought about it in his mind, and then suddenly shouted, come on. As soon as Tsunade's voice fell, he heard the sound of, shoo. And 3 figures appeared out of thin air, half kneeling in front of Tsunade. It is the Hokage Guardian. Anbu. Lord Hokage, what are your orders? You immediately go and gather the 10th class members led by Asuma and Kakashi's group to me. Yes. Several Anbu led the order, and then with a shoo sound, they all disappeared. Anbu's work efficiency is very high. It didn't take long for 6 people including Yamanaka Ino, Nara Shikamaru, Akamichi Choji from the 10th class, and Hataki Kakashi, Uzumaki Naruto, and Haruno Sakura from the 7th class to be summoned. Coming. Hey Tilda pulled us out of the bed in the middle of the night. I guess something trouble happened again. Really, why don't you find someone else? Shikamaru started to complain as soon as he came in, and then found that he was standing beside Mute. Temari said in surprise, it's you, the woman. Humph. Before that, Temari would definitely choke Shikamaru, but now she's not in that mood, just snorted coldly. Haha tilde granny, what's going on? Naruto yawned as soon as he came in, then rubbed his eyes and asked Tsunade. I am sorry, everyone. I called you here so late, and now there is another urgent task that you need to complete, and that is to go to Sandian village to arrest Konoha rebel Uchiha Sasuke. What? After Tsunade said the mission this time, all the Shaoqian present showed a surprised expression. Lord Tsunade, do you want us to catch Sasuke? Is there any news of Sasuke already? Haruno Sakura asked excitedly upon hearing Sasuke's name. Grandma Tsunade, is it true? Yeah, that's right. News came from Sandian's Temari just now that Uchiha Sasuke appeared in their Sandian village, and he also captured a few of their Sandian and threatened Gaara. So, I ordered you to follow Temari. Going to Sandian village, be sure to arrive at Sandian at noon, and then bring Sasuke Uchiha back. This time the mission is led by Kakashi, and the situation is urgent, so I won't say more, and let Temari explain to you on the road. Go now. Yes. Chapter 58, Fighting Shuhei. After Tsunade arrived and hunted down Sasuke Uchiha this time, Chunin showed a surprised expression. Then the 7 of them rushed in the direction of the land of wind overnight. The 7 people kept jumping forward in the woods, and then Kakashi asked Temari, Temari, what's going on? Tell us what happened. Actually, I don't know very well. It's just that the guards of our Sandian village were attacked and taken away yesterday, and the other party only left one person to come back and report that Gaara must go to the place he designated before noon today, otherwise kill Sand Shinobi who was taken away by him. And the Sand Shinobi who came back to report said that it was Sasuke Uchiha who attacked them. Impossible, how could Sasuke do such a thing? You must be mistaken. As soon as Temari finished speaking, Haruno Sakura jumped out and retorted. In fact, Haruno Sakura is very contradictory now. On the one hand, I hope that person is that person, and on the other hand, I don't want to admit that Sasuke is that kind of person. Humph, I don't care if he is Sasuke Uchiha. I just know that if he wants to be against Gaara, I won't let him succeed. Alright, is it Sasuke Uchiha? I won't know when the time comes. Shikamaru said quickly. Okay, don't talk, speed up, we have to get to Sandian village before noon. At this time, Kakashi spoke. Then he took the lead in increasing the speed, and suddenly left the others behind. Temari and the others also closed their mouths and increased the speed when they saw this. Sasuke Uchiha, where did you take Chen? I must ask you to find out. Ino secretly said in his heart. Time passed quickly, and it was already morning in the blink of an eye. It's already morning, I guess Gaara is already on his way. Chen, who had just woken up, said to himself, looking at the rising sun. Last night, Chen asked Sachi to hang the huge net that tied Sand Ninja on a big tree, and then let Sachi go back. He rechanneled a little poodle to be on guard, and he himself entered his own space and went to sleep. At this time, in the sand-hidden village. Let's go. Gaara carried his sand gourd and walked out of the village, and by his side was his older brother, Kankuro. After the two left the village, they walked towards the forest that Chen mentioned. They did not hurry, but walked unhurriedly, as if they were taking a walk. It was noon soon, and Gaara and Kankuro were not too late. They arrived at the forest where Chen was at noon, and finally met Chen. Oh, I knew you were back. Sasuke Uchiha, I didn't expect it to be you. Surprise. Why can't it be me? I'm really surprised. I didn't expect that the proud Uchiha Sasuke would actually do something to threaten people. Whatever you say. Is your purpose for me? Now that I'm standing in front of you, can you let them go? Of course. My purpose has been achieved, it's useless to keep them. If you want to save them, please do it. Chen said with a light smile, and then made a gesture to Gaara. Kankuro. Gaara folded his arms across his chest, but instead of doing anything, he looked at Chen vigilantly, and then called out Kankuro. Got it. Kankuro understood what Gaara meant, glanced at Chen, then walked directly to the tree behind Chen, and put down the giant net hanging on the tree. Sand Ninja in the giant net all were rescued. You all leave here immediately and go back to the village. Gaara said to the Sand Ninjas after Kankuro brought all the Sand Ninjas out. Gaara. Those Sand Ninjas looked at Gaara with complicated eyes. They didn't expect that Gaara would actually come to save them. Gaara has also changed. Hurry up and leave, Kankuro also said to them. How can we leave you alone and run away? So wouldn't we just run away? Stop talking nonsense, you guys can't help you here at all, and you may accidentally hurt you and drag Gaara down, so let's go. Kankuro said to them. Hearing Kankuro's words, the Sand Ninjas also showed a look of fear. They thought of Gaara's cruelty, and the Sand Ninjas, who had just changed their minds towards Gaara, turned to me again. Arrow was full of fear. No, that's right, we're just dragging me down here. Gaara, so let's leave first. That's right. We won't stay to drag Gaara, so let's leave. Kankuro, Gaara, be careful, we'll go first. Soon, all the Sand Ninjas who had sworn to be frank just now all hurriedly left. Sasuke Uchiha, tell me the purpose of your trip, why did you take so much trouble to call me here? Gaara asked Shang Chen after the Sand Ninjas left. Actually it's nothing, I just want to borrow something from you. Borrow something from me, I have something for you. Of course there is. What I'm looking for is the one on your body. Yue, Shuhei. What? Aikiao Morizuru. What do you want to do? Before Gaara could speak, Kankuro, who was beside him, shouted to Chen first. Don't be nervous. I just need a little chakra guarding the crane. Sorry, I can't fulfill your request because I really don't want to use that guy's powers. Oh, that's really a pity. However, since you don't want to use it yourself, let me use it for you. Chen directly opened the Sharingan. A pair of scarlet eyes stared at Gaara, and said with a sneer. Humph, Sharoten. Gaara looked at Chen's Sharoten, still clasped his chest with his arms calmly, and looked at Chen indifferently. Do you want to start? Then come. Kankuro put the crow on his back on the ground, ready to start at any time. Hey, let you try the skills I just got. Chen said with a sneer, then slowly closed his eyes. Huh, Kankuro, be careful, my san tells me it's dangerous. Gaara, who was originally calm, suddenly shouted to Kankuro beside him. At this moment, Chen suddenly opened his eyes, and the original three-hook jade had disappeared, but was replaced by a pattern similar to a six-pointed star, which was Chen's kaleidoscope writing wheel eye. After Chen opened his eyes, Gaara and Kankuro subconsciously looked into his eyes. You do. Chen spat out 2 words from his mouth. Oops. Gaara only had time to say a word, and Chen was pulled into the space of Yudu. Kankuro was not spared either, and was also dragged into another moon reading world by Chen. This is. Gaara looked around. The woods where he used to be has disappeared, and now he is in a place he doesn't know. Then suddenly found himself tied to a cross and unable to move. At this time, Chen suddenly appeared in front of Gaara, holding a long knife in his hand, and said with a sneer, Welcome to my world. In this world, space, time, quality, everything is it's up to me. Then how are you going to beat me here? Said and stabbed Gaara with the knife in his hand. The long knife pierced into the flesh, making Gaara let out a cry. What's the matter? The sand didn't take the initiative to defend. Is it an illusion? Gaara thought to himself. I will stab you with a knife for the next 72 hours. This kind of pain is definitely not an illusion. This kind of pain still exists under the illusion. How long can your mental power last? Then, Chen tortured Gaara for up to 72 hours, and kept stabbing Gaara with a long knife, making Gaara unbearable. In another month of reading the world, Chen used the same method tormenting Kankuro. Chapter 59. Fighting Shuhei. In the Yudu space, Chen Zheng stabbed Gaara with a knife, causing him great pain, and Gaara's mourning echoed in the Yudu space. But, damn, calm down, this is an illusion, it can definitely be cracked. It's only been 1 minute, and there are still 71 hours, 58 minutes, 59 seconds. How long can your mental strength last? As Chen said, he raised his long knife and stabbed Gaara again. In the space of monthly reading, 36 hours have passed. In Chen's monthly reading space, Gaara was still being tortured, the whole person couldn't bear the severe pain, and his body kept twitching. Not bad. It's beyond my imagination to be able to hold on for such a long time. By the way, your follower named Kankuro was also caught in this illusion and is being tortured just like you. Kankuro, damn it, is this really an illusion? Why can't it be cracked, and the pain is so real? But if it wasn't an illusion, why didn't I die after being stabbed so many times? Are you thinking about how to decipher my monthly reading? It is useless. In this monthly reading space that I am using, all space, time, and quality are controlled by my will, no matter how strong the body or how agile it is. The speed of the magic is ineffective in front of the moon reading. Moreover, no matter how long the illusion lasts in the space, there is only a moment in reality. No one can solve the illusion in an instant. Therefore, the moon reading is called, unable to crack the illusion. Bastard, there is such a terrible illusion. Gaara's body twitched, but she insisted desperately. Okay, there are 36 hours left, enjoy. Chen held a long knife, stabbed Gaara with a grin, and began to torture Gaara again. Finally, after another 36 hours, Chen's monthly reading was lifted, and both Gaara and Kankuro returned to reality from the Chenyu reading space. Just after returning to reality, Kankuro fell directly to the ground and fainted. Gaara was also spread out on the ground, but she didn't lose consciousness immediately. Uchiha Sasuke, Gaara looked at Chen and said with difficulty. He put his hands on the ground, trying to stand up. But in the end, he couldn't hold on, and after following in Kankuro's footsteps, he fainted. Have you lost consciousness? Chen looked at Gaara who was lying on the ground, then walked to Gaara's side, wanting to confirm Gaara's condition. Just when he reached out his hand to lift Gaara up, suddenly a mass of sand quickly wrapped Gaara. The sand gathered more and more, and finally formed a huge round egg. Immediately afterwards, a huge chakra burst out from the dome, forming a powerful impact that blew everything around. Kankuro, who was next to Gaara, also bore the brunt of it. He didn't know where he was blown away, but it just took his life for a long time. Because just after the dust from the impact dissipated, a huge monster made of sand appeared. If Kankuro was still there, he would definitely be crushed by this monster, and half of Gaara's body was sinking into the monster's head. Has it finally come out? Aikido Shukuru. The next thing is to get it done. Chen said excitedly, looking at the huge monster made of sand in front of him. That's right, the monster that made such a big noise is the ultimate weapon of Sandian village, the tail sealed in Gaara's body, Shuhei. 4 generations of Kazekage were sealed in his son's body and used as a tailed beast weapon in Sandian village. As a result, Gaara's mother died after his birth, and Gaara was called Spirit because of the seal of Shuhei in his body. Media. The inability to sleep at night caused Gaara to suffer from insomnia and irritability. Usually Renzuli's spirit suppressed Shuhei, but when Renzuli fell asleep or lost consciousness, Shuhei would wake up. Chen used the moon to read that Gaara lost consciousness, and Shuhei also took the opportunity to come out of Gaara's seal. Ahahaha tilde great, I can finally come out. So excited, so excited. Shuhei howled excitedly as soon as he came out. Then looked around and found Chen. Is that you? Did you force that kid Gaara to call me out? Thanks to you, as a thank you, I'll let you go. Ha ha. Shut up, it's so noisy. Chen really couldn't stand the noise from Shuhei's loud voice, and scolded Shuhei. Nani, how dare you say that this uncle is noisy? Kill you. Although Shuhei was amused, he was also a violent temper, and he immediately wanted to kill if he didn't agree. Feng done. Practice empty bombs. I saw Shohei raised his huge claws and hammered down his bloated stomach. Then he opened his mouth wide and spewed out a wind attribute chakra ball from his mouth, smashing it towards Chen. Damn it. Seeing Shang jumped to the side immediately, dodging Shuhei's empty bomb. The empty bomb hit the ground, like a small bomb, blasting the surrounding land. Ahaha tilde that's it. Kill him, kill him. Seeing the damage he caused, Shuhei shouted in a dance. Chi, it's quite capable, let Erha be your opponent. After dodging Shuhei's attack, Chen slashed his thumb, quickly formed a seal with both hands, and pressed it to the ground. The art of psychic. Bang! Erha appeared with a cloud of white smoke, and Chen also stood on his head. Ahaha tilde there is another person who wants to kill. After seeing Erha appear, Shuhei screamed again, and then continued to use the air cannon in Erha's direction. What? As soon as Erha came out, someone attacked him before he could figure out the situation. Erha didn't even think about it, and immediately jumped up to the sky, dodging Shuhei's air gun. Little devil, what's going on? Erha asked Chen on his head after he landed on the ground. As you can see, the monster on the opposite side is the ultimate weapon of Sandian village, Ichigo Morizuru. I'm fighting that monster, and I need your help. Although I don't know what's going on, but I dare to attack this uncle, that can't be ignored. Erha was also a violent temper. Past. Ahaha tilde practice empty bombs. After seeing Erha rushing towards him, Shuhei continued to spray a few empty bombs at Erha, but they were all dodged by Erha. And Erha quickly rushed to Shuhei, after a short distance from Shuhei. I saw Erha kicked his feet hard and rushed towards Shuhei, then held the handle of the machete with both hands, trying to cut Shuhei with force, cut off one of Shuhei's arm, and the arm fell to the ground. After that, it turned into sand on the ground. Although one of Shuhei's arms was cut off, because the distance was too close, Erha was also smashed by Shuhei's aerial cannon. Yeah, kill them, kill them. That joking Shuhei didn't care about the cut-off arm, and shouted dancing after seeing Erha being hit. Hey, Erha, are you alright? Don't tell me you can't stand this attack, Chen said, kicking Erha's head. Erha rubbed the part that was hit by Shuhei, and said, "It hurts to death. How dare you attack me with that chakra-filled ball? I can't take that kind of attack too many times, but this kind of battle is not enough. Interesting. I haven't been so excited for a long time, ha ha ha." After saying that, carrying the machete, he charged towards Shuhei again and started a melee battle with Shuhei. P.S. Ask for flowers. Please subscribe. Ask for a reward. Chapter 60. Fighting Shuhei-san. While Erha and Shuhei were fighting hand to hand, Chen standing on Erha's head looked at Shuhei and said, "That's right, that's it, let Erha restrain that guy, so that I have a chance to draw Yue Shuhei. Crane's chakra." Then Chen asked the system again. The system has already restrained Shuhei, how to extract Shuhei's chakra? Answer to the host. The host first exchanges a tailed beast chakra collector, and then inserts the tailed beast chakra collector into the tailed beast's body to extract it. It sounds simple, but what is this tailed beast chakra collector? As the name suggests, the tailed beast chakra collector is a tool specially used to extract the tailed beast's chakra. Just insert the collector into the tailed beast, and the collector will automatically extract the tailed beast's chakra and store it. Then exchange it for me. Tailed beast chakra collector. Item type. Props, item level, C level, need to exchange points, 1000, whether to exchange. Exchange. Ding, the redemption is successful, 1000 points will be deducted, and the remaining points will be 27,000. Quote. As soon as the system's beep sounded off, Chen's hand suddenly had a large teapot. Damn it, isn't this just a teapot? Chen complained to the system while holding the teapot. This isn't a teapot, it's a tailed beast chakra collector. The system retorted. To collect your sister, this is obviously a teapot, and it is so expensive. Well, even if it is a teapot, it is also a teapot that can collect tailed beast chakra, please don't use its shape. Forget it, just use it. But this teapot is so small, is the amount of chakra drawn enough? Don't let me spend these 1000 points in vain. Please rest assured, the host, in fact, the clone-tailed beast only needs a little chakra of the tailed beast, so there is no need to worry about the amount of chakra. That's fine. Is it possible that the teapot will absorb chakra by itself as long as I put the mouth of this teapot on Shuhei's body? Yes. Since that's the case, let's start. Thinking of this, Chen shouted to Erha, "Erha, help me restrain that guy's movements." Hey, little devil, you are still really good at calling people, Erha said unhappily, but still threw the machete in his hand on the ground, then rushed to Shuhei and grabbed Shuhei's one arm tightly with one hand, while the other hand grabbed Shuhei's neck. Aha, go to hell. Seeing that Erha dared to hug him, Shuhei screamed, and then sprayed an empty cannon at Erha's head, but Erha's hand grabbed his neck with force. As soon as he pushed it up, he directly lifted Shuhei's head, and Shuhei's air training artillery also shot into the sky and lost its effect. Hey, little devil, do whatever you want with me, this guy is very strong, I can't hold on for long. Erha roared at Chen, who was on his head after dodging Shuhei's attack. I'll be ready soon. At this time, Chen was using a shadow clone to make spiral pills. As early as Erha restrained Shuhei, Chen separated out a shadow clone. At this time, the big jade spiral pill has taken shape. Very good, let you guys taste the taste of the spiral pill. Chen and the clone held the big jade spiral pill together, and then jumped directly towards Shuhei's face from Erha's head. Stupid civet cat, let you taste the big guy. Immediately afterwards, Chen printed the big jade spiral pill in his hand on Shuhei's face. Ah tilde tilde tilde. I saw show, he screamed. The whole cat face was beaten beyond recognition by Chen's, and the sand was like running water, falling down with a swish, and it would be impossible to recover for a while. Assholes! Assholes! Kill you! I must kill you! All of you must die! Although his face has not recovered, Shuhei can still make a sound, only to see it roaring furiously, his body desperately struggling. This is really hard. Hey, little devil, hurry up, I can't hold on anymore. I saw Erha desperately suppressing Shuhei, but Shuhei's strength was too great, Erha couldn't hold on for long. Moreover, Shuhei's head is slowly recovering. Just hold on for 10 seconds, it will be fine soon. At this time, Chen had already jumped on Shuhei's head, and then shoved the teapot in his hand into Shuhei's head. Soon, the small teapot was filled with Sho Crane's chakra. It's done. Then you don't have to play with this joker anymore. Chen looked at Gaara, who was in a coma not far from him, and secretly said in his heart, if you wake up Gaara, Shuhei, let's go back to the seal. Thinking of this, Chen immediately ran to Gaara, trying to wake Gaara. However, at this time, Shuhei had fully recovered, and it also sensed Chen's attempt, and immediately softened the sand on its head. Oops! Seeing his feet stuck in the sand, Chen said that it was not good, and wanted to jump out of the sand. But it didn't come out successfully. Because Chen's feet had been tightly sucked by Shuhei's chakra, Lingchen couldn't open for a while. Seeing that he was getting deeper and deeper, Chen had no choice but to use Fei Lei Shen to escape. Then Shuhei's one arm slammed hard, and Erha was thrown out fiercely. Erha was desperately suppressing Shuhei just now, and his physical strength was a little bit weak, so he was thrown out by Shuhei. After throwing Erha out, Shuhei's attack immediately followed up, firing an air cannon at Erha, hitting Erha before Erha was on the ground, knocking him far away. Erha, are you alright? Seeing that Erha took another shot of Shuhei's training air cannon, Chen immediately jumped to Erha's side and asked worriedly. Hey, I can't die. Erha struggled, got up from the ground, patted the dirt on his body and gritted his teeth. Damn it. It hurts to death. I actually hit me twice with that chakra-filled ball. Very capable. If I let it go a few more times, I'll be finished. Kill you. Kill you. At this moment, the opposite Shuhei moved again. I saw it supporting the ground with one hand, leaning forward slightly, and a small chakra ball gradually condensed around its mouth. Although the chakra ball is small, whether it is Erha or Chen, you can feel the powerful power from the small chakra ball. Nima, could it be Tail Beast Jade? Looking at the chakra ball beside Shuhei's mouth, Chen was horrified to discover that it was the Tail Beast's super attacking method, Tail Beast Jade. Oops, it's a big deal now. Erha, go back first. Chen smiled bitterly and said to Erha beside him. No, I haven't played enough yet, and that guy dared to give me twice with that chakra ball, and he will kill that guy no matter what. Take revenge. Damn it, you figure out the situation. You also saw the tailed beast Jade condensed by that guy, right? It's not comparable to the training air cannon just now. If you are hit by such a high concentration of chakra, must die. Can you dodge? How do you know if you don't try? I'm a proud stalker. How can I run away with my tail between my legs? Kid, shut up for me, and hurry up and find a place to hide, or I won't be able to care about you later. Quote. Damn, what an idiot. Seeing that Erha was unwilling to go back, Chen Anon cursed, but he couldn't leave him alone. Although it is easy for Chen to escape by himself, because he has Fei Lei Shen, but now that he has an Erha, it is a bit difficult to do, because his Fei Lei Shen has not yet cultivated home, although he has no use of the technique. He can teleport, but he is only by himself, and he cannot teleport with others, and he can't use the space enchantment of Flying Thunder God, which can move the target. There's no way. Try this. Chen slashed both thumbs, and then his hands began to quickly seal and then press them to the ground. The art of psychic, triple Rashomon. As soon as Zai Chen's voice fell, the ground shook for a while, and 3 Rashomon with hideous faces burst out of the ground. In the middle of Chen and Shuhei. This is exactly the psychic art learned in Orochimaru's old laboratory. Rashomon. Just after Chen's triple Rashomon rose up, Shuhei's tail beast jade was also ready to complete. I saw Shuhei swallowed the chakra ball in front of his mouth. Bang! After swallowing the chakra ball, Shuhei immediately sprayed it in the direction of Chen and Erha. Shuhei's tailed beast jade quickly rushed to Chen's Rasho gate and hit the first Rasho gate. Just listening to the sound of boom. In an instant, the first Rashomon was directly smashed by the tailed beast jade. The second Rashomon was also directly broken into pieces, and only the last Rashomon remained. I saw that the tailed beast jade continued to attack the third Rashomon, but the momentum was not as fierce as before. Fortunately, this is just a tailed beast jade released by one tail, which is a little worse than 9 tails. In the blink of an eye, the tailed beast jade hit the last Rasho gate. Kara tilde tilde, a sound of broken eggs came from the Rashomon, and then the last Rashomon cracked one after another, and then exploded. Although it still did not block the tailed beast jade, the tailed beast jade was not as powerful as when it was just shot out. Humph! Don't underestimate me, Tuden. Multiple Tuden walls. Erha shouted, and unexpectedly released Tuden ninjutsu, creating several Tuden walls in front of him and Chen. In the end, the tailed beast jade was offset by Erha's earth escape. I rub it. Erha, so you know ninjutsu. Chen was surprised to see that Erha actually used the earth escape technique.